Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Straight Podcast. It's your co-host, Zach.
And I'm Blue.
And welcome back to episode 14. First things first, thank you, everyone, for checking out the last episode, which was our first interview with Ibrahim. Thanks again for him coming on the podcast. It was a great interview, a great experience. I have nothing but good things to say about it, and I hope all y'all enjoyed it.
We had a great time with Ibrahim, talking his come-up story, and everything went well. Our first interview was amazing.
Exactly. Go check that out if you haven't already. But obviously, we got our good friend G back on the podcast for episode 14.
What's up, boys?
Good, G.
What's up?
Good, bro.
What's up, bro?
It's great to have you back on.
Always
Obviously,
a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
One of our best ever podcasts was with you on a few episodes ago, so we hope to kind of do that again. Obviously,
So it's always fun when we get together.
Exactly. You know, it's always going to be a classic. So, you know, I think we just should get straight into it. You know, Obviously we had one of the biggest fights last night. Teofimo Lopez, who we talked about on the podcast, beating Pedro Campos in a 7th round knockout. Let's just go straight into it. G, what was your initial thoughts on the fight?
Was there ever any really doubt? Was there any doubt? Like on my side, I knew there was no doubt that was what we're gonna see. Teo is one of the best fighters in the world.
Exactly.
Coming up, he's 25 years old. There's so much fight in him to go, so many great fights to make. And that's what's super interesting and super exciting about what's going on with him.
Exactly.
Because he did come off that loss that realistically, you know, it's a give or take, you know, he or say.
Yeah.
But,
It's a tough matchup against George Cambosos.
To come back after that, to have this performance, it was really flawless.
Now his record 17-1 with 13 knockouts.
Bro, it was a flawless victory. He was showing all the facets of his game that people didn't know he can do.
Yeah.
Like the footwork was shit that Pedro has never seen before.
Yeah.
Dude, dude.
I was gonna say what I found interesting was Pedro's record was like somewhere like 30-1, but like
4-1-1.
And Pedro's, I mean, he got smoked.
Yeah, like to do that against a guy who hasn't been finished, and against a veteran who's had more than 30 fights.
Yeah.
Like that. To just show him things that it looks like he's never dealt with.
Yeah.
Even though Teo was going at, he's getting Teo like on the back foot. Didn't matter. Teo didn't care.
And it was his first fight at 140 pounds.
140
the
pounds.
new weight class.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was interesting. Like the main thing I noticed was the footwork, especially when he was up against the ropes. Campos was trying to be more aggressive and push Teo up towards the ropes. And Teo was very good at maneuvering and moving his footwork and getting out of those tough spots. And then ultimately landed some heavy hits on Pedro Campos. Ultimately, I think we were looking at the statistics, and he was winning almost every round. More punches thrown, more significant shots landed. He was winning in almost every statistical category. I mean, it was just a complete and utter domination of the highest degree. There's nothing more you can really say. Teo proved himself, and I think we got to be looking at potentially who he could be fighting next. You know, some of the top of the top.
Yeah, because this one was like to get his feet back in and get his feet wet against a nice veteran.
Exactly.
And now, you know, it's back to the top where he's always
Ryan
been.
Garcia?
There's been a lot of rumors with that.
It's been a lot of talks of Ryan.
His manager, someone close to him was there, right?
Oscar De La Hoya was there watching. And dude, there's a level to where these guys know. Fucking Oscar De La Hoya knows that he doesn't want that fight. Ryan Garcia knows he doesn't want that fight.
Ryan Garcia is a good fighter though.
Yeah,
he's experienced.
but it's different.
He's made a name for himself.
Different levels, bro. There's levels of this shit to where there's shit. Yeah, Ryan Garcia, he can hit hard. He can hit you with a nice left hook. He's gonna hurt. But Teo's got levels to his game. He's got footwork. He can go forward. He can move backwards. He can go on the ropes.
That's one thing that I respect about his
puncher.
game. Like his movement was just on point.
It's different.
It was almost at some point of the fight yesterday, it was almost as if, like, and the announcers even said it was almost like he was toying with Pedro Campos. Like, he was letting it go longer. Honestly, that he could have knocked him out in 3-4 rounds. I mean, it didn't need to go 7.
Soon as he gets to that point to where he's really enjoying himself, you just kind of have to, if you're his corner, you're starting to look at, like, what do we do?
Yeah.
Like, there's not really nothing we can do with that. He's literally fucking dancing and smiling.
I remember, like, we all went to go play basketball yesterday, and one of the things you guys were talking about was how to position yourself. Man, Teo, man, when he's in that ring, he knows how to position himself right.
Dude,
yeah,
he's
very aggressive, but like he knows when to pick his moments. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's like he sometimes like you think like he should maybe even be more aggressive, but then he'll just come at you, throw a flurry. And I think that's ultimately what kind of got Campos in the 7th round. It just that ultimate final flurry from Teo. He just kind of went crazy on him. Like, obviously, maybe should have stopped the fight even before that, but definitely should have at least stopped the fight when it did.
Yeah. It was a good stoppage.
It was dominant.
Because Pedro's tough as shit. Bro.
Still wanted to fight.
So tough. Yeah, he was still on his feet.
Yeah.
But it was like to the point to where the ref had to save him from himself.
I think you got to give Pedro Campos a little bit of credit for that because he stuck in there, and I think he kind of knew. Like, you gotta know. You know that you're probably outmatched by Teo. You know what I mean?
It's fucking Teofimo Lopez.
But ultimately, so if Ryan Garcia isn't the next fight, which I think everyone is kind of saying that it might be, there's a lot of rumors. Yeah. Oscar De La Hoya being in attendance kind of sparked a lot of rumors, and obviously pre-fight, Teo sparked a little bit of rumors talking about how Ryan has never won a world title, and he's asking for a $10 million fight with me.
That's crazy.
He said it's ridiculous. So I think there's a lot of logistical aspects to get to that fight. I think other fights that we've been talking about, like potentially Devin Haney, are way more realistic than potentially Ryan Garcia next.
Yeah, because the thing with Ryan that he wants $10 million to fight, one of these topper guys, but he's not a champion.
Exactly.
Like you have to understand when you get the opportunity to be a world champion, you got to take it as it comes. Like Teo fought Lomachenko at the minimum amount of money.
That's exactly what he said.
That's the point to where he doesn't care how much because he wants to be world champion. All he cares about is being a world champion, not the money, not Ryan Garcia. He wants to be Ryan.
He cares about other things.
He cares about a lot of other things. I think outside of boxing.
Exactly. Teo, yeah.
I just don't think he definitely can't out heart Teo. I don't think if we're getting a firefight,
It's still money though that Teo would be offering.
It's gonna be good money, but like $10 million, bro, like chill. Like you're not in the position to ask for $10 million to fight
when you haven't won the world championship.
You don't have a world championship.
And when Teo fought that fight to win the world championship, he still got bread.
Dude, he took the minimum.
But what was the minimum?
Minimum's $1 million.
That's $1 million.
Well, it's $1 million, but dude, for fighters and shit, like a lot of money goes into like the training and the preparation.
But $1 million to face Lomachenko, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm taking that, bro.
No, I'm not taking $1 million to fight Lomachenko. No one no-one wants to fight Lomachenko. No one wants to fucking fight that guy.
He's a different breed. He's up there. And the fact that Teo was able to kind of dominate him like he did, that's what kind of like was alarming. And obviously, like that setback with Kambosos, I think it was just a slight setback. And obviously, we saw how dominant it was against Campos. And I think that next fight, and obviously he said it in the post-fight interview, he's already aiming for a December 10th fight in Madison Square Garden.
Back home, in his home.
And obviously, fighting against Kambosos, he lost in his hometown. So I know the next time on December 10th, Teo is going to come out and he's going to go all guns blazing. And I know it's going to be a huge fight. And I'm thinking it might be Devin Haney. Maybe it's Ryan Garcia. I don't know.
I like to see Tank. I kind of want to see Tank, but I would also really like Devin Haney because there's a little bit more shit there. But Devin Haney has all the belts.
Yeah.
He has all the belts right now. But I like, and I think that's something that would interest Teo more. But knowing he doesn't care who he fights, realistically, he doesn't care.
I think it's inevitable.
He's the show, so kind of like.
I think it's inevitable that we're gonna get to see these fights. At least I hope so.
I hope so. And that's the only like crappy part in boxing. Sometimes these fights can go under, but I feel like you always hope for the best.
I feel like these guys are pretty young in their career. Like I find it hard to believe that Ryan Garcia and Teo are not going to fight. These are two young boxers.
To happen.
I feel like
it's got to happen.
It might not happen this year, maybe not even next year, but within the next however many years of their career, it's going to happen at some point.
Yeah, we can only hope that because it's just too much talent. It's the most stacked division in boxing. We have to see.
Boxing hasn't really been this kind of viable in terms of other sports in a long time. Like there's a lot of big names in boxing coming up nowadays.
We're the top 5 guys. Like they could all like realistically beat each other, and then the other ones could beat. It's crazy.
Yeah,
and that's
how it is.
It's fucking awesome.
So y'all ready to get into soccer?
Ooh.
English Premier League.
What you know about the Premier League, bro?
Well,
Premier League.
Premier League.
We just got finished watching Chelsea versus Spurs. At least some of it.
It's a great game.
Obviously, that was some bullshit.
There's some talented people out there playing in England. I mean, in the Premier League.
It's the most competitive league in the world. In the world, it's not even close.
The most entertaining as well.
It's pretty, like it's like must. It's must.
It's must see.
Yeah.
We'll get into that later, I guess.
But
I'd like to obviously get.
But
into
most of those teams are based in like England, Europe.
Yeah,
somewhere around
well,
there.
no, it's basically every team in Europe. Like,
okay.
but some cities have multiple teams. Like London has like how many? Like 4 teams.
Yeah,
There's 4
Manchester.
teams in yeah, Manchester has 2 teams. Like,
And they're like probably huge rivals.
Milan.
God.
Milan got AC and Inter.
yeah. Same with other countries and such. But yeah, I mean,
I bet the rivalry in soccer gets crazy.
Bro,
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Oh my god, over there,
Those fans are crazy.
dude, they'll stab you in the stand.
Stab,
no, they don't care.
I remember you guys
don't give a
telling me
damn,
that.
don't care.
bro. Dude, it's crazy out there.
They legit they call themselves hooligans. Like
They're fucking hooligans.
they openly call themselves hooligan. Like they're open about it. They don't give a you know what I mean?
Stabbing though, man.
Yeah, they just
Bro, and dude, I swear you talk mad over there, bro. They'll stab you. Bro.
That's crazy.
Because they don't got guns.
And
but
even
they
if you're
will
just
stab you.
even if you're just supporting your team, bro, you say Arsenal is trash in the wrong area, bro. It's not going good
that's
for
not
you,
going
bro.
good, bro.
Well, yeah, let's get in our top 4 teams though.
Who's gonna go first?
I
Me?
think you take it. Yeah.
All right, I'll go first. I think for me, we're gonna go 4-1. Oh, we'll go 4-1.
Go to 4-1. Yeah.
All right, number 4 finishing 4th. My club, I got Chelsea finishing 4th. I think Chelsea it's our defense is really good. Ultimately, I love Thomas Tuchel as a coach. I think our midfield is strong. Ultimately, what's gonna make us finish 4th is the fact that our offense, our attack is not there.
You guys have the little bit of the Man City problem before Haaland.
Exactly.
Because you haven't been able to find a proper number 9. Like
Exactly.
you guys always had wingers and attacking forwards, but with no true number 9, it's
No
going
one's
to be
scoring a goal.
No,
Exactly.
because
Even
you
today.
need those guys. You need those guys to be able to okay, we're down, we're in a draw. We need our 9 to get us one so we can secure these points.
You saw it with Benzema last season consistently for Real Madrid, and that's I think what's ultimately going to hold Chelsea back. If you look at them today, who scored the goals? Koulibaly, Reece James, and the same thing happened last year. It was mostly defenders scoring our goals.
And Reece James is a great player,
but
though.
that doesn't last.
Of course.
You have to have your
Yeah.
forwards striking on all cylinders. And ultimately, if you think about Chelsea's attacking options right now, it's pretty pathetic. I have
It's
no
pretty
no
bad.
good words to say. Kai Havertz has been mid at best.
for $100 million.
Mason Mount, he just fell off the face of the earth. Ever since Lampard
Havertz
left,
he's missed that goal today, man.
He missed a sitter.
so ultimately, I don't see Chelsea improving the striker situation. So I think
Unless they could get a
so who do you got
Aubameyang.
third?
exactly. So I think they're gonna finish 4th. They'll be solid. 3rd, I like the team that they just played today and drew, Tottenham. I like them. Their defense is again, but their attack is so lethal with Son, Kane, Kulusevski was a great signing last season. I love them to finish 3rd. Maybe even compete for number 2 with Liverpool, who I got finishing 2nd.
Damn.
I think Liverpool are significantly worse than last year. That's my opinion on them, but they're still good enough to be 2nd. I don't think they properly replaced Mane in that production. I think that Nunez is a great striker. He's decent. But I think Diaz, he's all right, but I think he's low-key going to be a little bit inconsistent. Getting 38 games, I just think it's going to be tough. And they didn't properly replace him. So that leads me into them finishing in 2nd with Man City winning the league.
We basically
There was no doubt.
we basically have the same list, honestly. However, though, I honestly think that your team, Chelsea, might have a chance to be 3rd
And
beat
overtake Tottenham.
And overtake Tottenham.
Hell no.
With Man City, to me, they're far and beyond the best team in the league.
Yeah, so I got
this
Man
year,
City.
Dude,
then,
the fact that
then Liverpool, then
they won the league without Haaland.
And now exactly.
and now they got Kevin De Bruyne. Dude, Kevin De Bruyne is like just the most
He's a
shrewd
wizard.
operator to
He's a
where that
wizard.
he's one of the greatest midfielders you're
yeah.
going to see in Premier League
Oh yeah,
history.
and the fact that we get to see
Him and
Haaland
Oh my god.
with the other options that they got there.
God,
their
no.
wide play is so
God
good.
have mercy.
Their defense is strong. There's not a weakness in that team now.
No,
There's
no
no
more.
weaknesses.
The only weakness is that they can sometimes they have a little thing in their DNA that they're spineless. Because they're the top dog, they're Goliath.
Oh, yeah.
Soon as you start to like knock on the door with them, they just become spineless. As you can always see that they
see it.
always do in the Champions League.
It's a similar thing with PSG.
Yeah.
And it's both of those teams this year are so far and beyond better than everybody else, I think. The fact that we have to say that we don't know if they're going to win the Champions League is kind of worrying. It's
yeah.
crazy.
So with my list, I got Tottenham 4th, 3rd I got Chelsea, then 2nd I got Liverpool, and 1st I got Man City.
I I agree with the first two. I think it's going to be, obviously, we got City winning the league. There's not a doubt.
There's no doubt.
And then Liverpool, but then I got Spurs, and then I got Arsenal. I like Arsenal.
I like Arsenal a lot.
I like Arsenal a lot.
I like Arsenal a lot.
So explain why Arsenal is in your list.
Arsenal are just they're really
They're an
good.
OG club.
They're like back in the day, like freaking back in the early 2016, 2015 when they used to be more exciting. But it's been a while since they're getting some like positivity in the club. But they got a young core. They got their Arteta. They're a new coach. He worked under Pep Guardiola.
Exactly.
So who's one of their best players?
Their best player is
Gabriel Jesus.
They
just signed him from Manchester City.
He just came from and he's hitting the ground running.
He's hitting the exactly. I got the chance to see him play in preseason in Orlando when he smoked Chelsea 4-0, and he scored 2 brilliant goals on that night.
You got to see him in person. That's crazy.
His gameplay, he was looking, and I said it to my dad. I looked over and I told him, I said, Gabriel Jesus looks really, really good.
This looks good.
And you watch him in the other preseason games, the same thing. And now you watched him both Premier League games. He's scored. He's kind of hitting the ground running, and if this is the Gabriel Jesus we're gonna get all season
on Arsenal,
yeah, because the problem before with Gabriel Jesus is that he wasn't like consistently scoring. He'd get a lot of chances,
but he wasn't
scoring them. But now, it could be it's still
early.
hard to say. Like they're in the honeymoon phase where the point is. I mean, we've seen a shit ton of honeymoon phases with players, but
Manchester United,
and they starting to implement the football. They want to play this more possession style football.
That's another thing.
And I think the players within the club truly believe that they should have made top 4 last year.
They should have.
And they're going into this year saying we are properly we're in this we're in this race.
Yeah, I mean I know he scored an own goal yesterday, but Saliba really seems to have solidified the center back position for them. So and Zinchenko coming in at left back seems to really have solidified their defense as competent at least, which is one of their main issues. And Gabriel Jesus coming in, they have the creative playmakers, Emil Smith-Rowe, Saka, and Martinelli, who seems to be taking a big jump.
Yeah.
If Gabriel Jesus is playing how he's playing now, I think Arsenal, honestly, if he keeps this form up, they probably will beat out Chelsea. Because Arsenal's
Chelsea's ass.
Because I just don't know if Chelsea have replaced the everything that they needed to replace, and they just needed more time in the transfer window. And
they got some good players,
but it's tough with the ownership, and they haven't been able to. They've been fighting with Barca on signing players, and
I know Jorginho didn't put up a good performance today, but he's a good player.
But I think honestly,
Conte.
It's going to be really close between Chelsea and Arsenal, who finishes 4th this year.
Yeah. Well,
so does Chelsea have Lukaku or
no, he just left. Lukaku left.
Damn.
That was another. That's another example of the honeymoon phase, dude. When Lukaku first got there, dude, he was like people were talking about
goals.
That he could win like the golden boot for most goals in the league, and then he just hit a wall.
Yeah.
But he hit a wall with the coach because he didn't like how the coach was playing.
I remember I was telling him last year I thought Lukaku was going to score more goals than Ronaldo,
and he obviously did not score more goals than. Damn Ronaldo,
but
one of the greatest soccer they ever played.
Before we move away from the Premier League, I wanted to just speaking about Ronaldo real quick, just a little bit of touch on Manchester United and the performance we saw these first 2 weeks. Just a little bit touch on what we ultimately thought, because to me, this Manchester United, I have no words.
Just ass.
It has to be one. Like, there's almost nothing you can say. Like it. I kind of go on YouTube to look up like United fans reacting to it, dude. It's not even them angry no more.
No, how can you be angry?
It's just like, dude, it's like they took the soul out of the fans.
Yeah.
How do you think?
Crazy.
What do you think will happen if Manchester United performs badly? How will that affect Ronaldo's career?
I think really nothing can affect it. I think Ronaldo kind of saw this coming.
Yeah.
That's why he tried to get out in the summer.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, the real question is that like I wouldn't have gone back to United if I was Ronaldo.
I would have never went back either.
I would have never went back.
It was a dumb move, even at the time.
I mean, but when you see that team on paper, it's a good team on paper.
Exactly.
It's a really good team on paper.
We just looked at it again just so I could like re-see it, and I was like, bro, if you really look at this team, Jadon Sancho, Bruno Fernandes, Cristiano Ronaldo.
He was like at one point one of the most paid players in the world, right? Ronaldo.
There's
like in all of sports.
There's no doubt about the talent on the team, and it's just it's mind-boggling to me how they continue every single season they continue to not be able to put it all together. It just doesn't make. I've never seen anything like it, because it doesn't matter who's the coach, who's playing. It doesn't matter. They just play shit.
He's the-
It doesn't like I don't know what else the fans could want. What like there's nothing else it's not like the fans can go out and chant get rid of the manager. They already did that.
Because they're catching themselves into like what Arsenal were a couple years ago, to where nothing is right, everything's wrong.
Yeah.
But it's to the point to where I think they finally found a proper manager. I like Ten Hag.
I like Ten Hag.
I like Ten Hag.
There was a time when I wanted Ten Hag to come to Chelsea.
Yeah, and I think
So
it's just at the point to where
I was just gonna say soccer seems different. Like NBA or NFL teams can like get rid of one player and change up right away, and like they're now a superstar team. But soccer seems like
it's
it takes a while.
And with the idea of like a more American sports compared to like football, like soccer, like when your team's doing really bad, like you could be a brand new coach, they'll get rid of you like that. Like you don't really see that in like football or basketball. Like you'd have to have at least 2 or 3 bad seasons.
They give you time. In soccer, you get no time.
If you're like a top club like United and you get like this manager, you have a really bad year, you're gone that year.
Gone 1 year.
They don't give you a chance. Like, all right, you didn't do your job, get out. And I think that's
another
a huge
problem.
That's another problem within
No
it.
consistency within the club.
They've had good coaches, but they don't back their coaches to like really implement. That's why I think Ten Hag, you got to give them a lot of time. You keep them, you get them, and then you give them like 4 years to turn this.
That's the thing. What I would do at this point, if I'm Manchester United, you have to give them time because you like first of all, let's say they get rid of Erik ten Hag. There's no one you can get that's better. Like who you get? So it's like I say. The money invested into the club has never been the problem. They've always been willing to spend money on transfers.
One thing I've told you about soccer, man, there's just money in it, man.
But that's what I'm saying.
Hella money.
Manchester United have shown consistently that they're willing to spend the big bucks on getting players. So,
hundreds of millions.
So all they need to do is just stick with Ten Hag and continue to back him and let him implement the system. And I think that it might not be a good year this year, but next year, maybe even the year after, they might be good. But I think they might have to be bad this year.
Yeah, I don't think they even have a choice if they want to be good or bad. They're just going to be bad.
They're just going to be bad.
Yeah.
So y'all ready to get into the NBA?
Switching from
Let's get into the NBA.
Bet. So we got Bill Russell, his number being retired across the league.
Number 6.
What's your opinions on it?
Champ, man.
Personally, I think it could be a good move if they only do a certain amount of numbers.
It's tough because anything you say that's like not super supporting of somewhat disrespectful, but obviously Bill Russell is like one of the godfathers of basketball.
Yeah.
But I don't know where you really draw that God forbid like Kareem is next or something. Do you retire all his numbers as well? It's like
and what if they did it like maybe by division?
Like
instead of the whole league.
I think what they should have just done is just let them do it how they always do it and let it do it by team.
Yeah.
Like they like
it's
individual
like
franchises have always retired numbers. You know what I mean? Like there's not going to be another 24 to play for the Lakers. Not going to be another 8 to play for the Lakers. So I don't understand the whole league-wide thing is like they've done it before in baseball with the Jackie Robinson and stuff, but that's like that's like unprecedented levels, and I just feel like
maybe
getting rid of the whole number for the whole league, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I always liked the idea because, well, I mean, the first sport I really liked was soccer, and there was never the idea of retiring numbers, and I kind of always liked the idea of like the next generation using that number
continuing the legacy
of that number, you know, and channeling, you know, that. But obviously it's different,
it's like,
and there's going to be numbers that are retired, and that's just how it is. But you know, I'm not like gonna throw my hands up and say, oh my God, there's no more number 6s.
Yeah.
But you know,
I don't think it's not like it's the end of the world. But the problem that I see happening is just like where do you stop? Where do you call this? Because like at the end of the day, if they're doing this for Bill Russell, with all due respect, when Michael Jordan ultimately gets to that point, like 23 is gonna get retired,
and that's gonna be that would be a shame.
So then it's like, where are you gonna draw the line? Because it's either gonna be you're gonna run out of numbers, or you're gonna have to not retire, or you're gonna have to not retire some numbers of straight up legends.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
Like there's no way you could set the precedent that you're gonna do number 6 with Bill Russell, and then Jordan, you know, ultimately when it happens, and then we're not doing 23. It doesn't make any sense.
In 20 years, 30 years down the line,
I think there's better ways to show respect to the great Bill Russell, but I think this maybe.
Like, I think
I've been saying to change the logo forever. Why don't you just change the logo, bro? Like, if you want to show the ultimate respect, change the logo.
Like I said,
but wouldn't you see that disrespectful to Jerry West at the same time?
Jerry West doesn't want to be the logo.
Hold up.
He said he doesn't want to.
Like I said, like 20, 30 years from now, bro, like there could be like another superstar kid with the same number. So like this, you're right. This problem will last for a long time.
It's gonna.
So it's like, bro, I feel like eventually, like, they're either going to have to start doing triple-digit jersey number.
Triple-digit
Like, we're going to have, like, number 103, Bronny James. You know what I mean? Like,
His dad's number's retired. He literally can't have his dad's number no more.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
funny.
Like, Bronny is, like, that's a good example. Like, Bronny's the type of kid, he would do his own legacy. But let's say he did want to follow in his dad's footsteps and wear the number 6 or the number 23 that he also wore. That's not going to be an option for him.
It might not be an option.
So, like, I just don't understand where they're gonna draw the line with this. That's my only problem with it.
Yeah, I think there's just better ways to show tribute to him. But you know, I'm not
mad about it though, because I respect Bill Russell. I think he's a legend.
Yeah.
Y'all ready to get into Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant gets there.
Yeah, let's get into Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant reportedly, from Woj, has said that the Nets are gonna have to choose between him and the head coach Steve Nash and Sean Marks, the general manager. I can't really remember us seeing anything like this.
This is unprecedented.
This is unprecedented.
No one's ever done this.
What are y'all's thoughts about this?
What do you think, Blue?
If they get rid of Steve Nash and keep Kevin Durant, it's only going to be worse, and they're going to be complete ass.
But
so Kevin Durant just needs to go.
That's not even. Well, Kevin Durant wants them both gone. He's like, okay, maybe only Steve Nash and the other guy.
No, but I'm saying, and they're both gone. They're going to be even worse.
Way worse.
That's what I'm saying. So like, KD just needs to go and it's rumored that he might go to the 76ers. That's a rumor that's popping right now, which we think might not happen because they might not be able to give up enough.
But it's also crazy because it's like, dude, who does Kevin Durant think he is?
I don't know.
Is he the owner of the Nets? What are these demands? These demands have never been made by ever. You've never heard any, like LeBron's never said something like this. Who's ever said something like this?
They always try to make it out like LeBron is the one that, like, Le GM always gets.
GM.
This is
like owner.
I have never seen the player literally say, you have to get rid of the coach and the GM or I'm gone.
Exactly.
What have they done? What have they done that's so wrong to Kevin Durant?
And the GM that is supposed to be, like, you're supposed to be getting rid of is also the same GM that has to trade you. If they decide to trade you, that's the same guy that holds your fate.
I would trade him to the Sacramento Kings. That's just as punishment.
I've never seen anything like this, and I just, first of all, if I'm Kevin Durant, I'm trying to get out of there, definitely. But if I'm the Nets, this is just a bad marriage, and I'm just getting out of this.
But in all reality, it's making KD's position worse because
this is bad for both sides.
Yeah, well, dude, you being the team that gives up everything you got to get Kevin Durant, for him just to come to your team and just be like one season where, you know, maybe you don't say good morning to him one day.
You don't know what you're getting.
Or you don't say what's up to him, you know, when you see him, he's going to be like, you know what? I don't like this coach. Get rid of everybody or just trade me. You know, everything that you just gave up to get me, I don't really care. Just get me gone from here. And it's a bad look for the league.
It is.
But that's what I was saying. It makes KD look bad because it makes other coaches seem like, oh, what if he does this to me in the future?
Exactly.
I think this whole saga is just going to make both parties continue to look worse. First of all, the Nets with these ridiculous trade demands. First of all, if I'm one of the other 31 GMs in the league, I'm blocking the Nets. I don't want to talk to them.
Asking from the Celtics like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Utterly ridiculous.
For God's name, bro, you're just gonna want to take the entire team.
So I'm saying the Nets are looking bad because, you know, they're asking for just way too much. Not even on 2K you getting that to go through.
You're not getting that.
And then KD, the way that he's making this out to be, like pinning him versus the Nets and saying it's me or them.
Yeah.
That I don't like that either. I just don't. First of all, KD's always like has already painted himself as a villain, and he's gonna do this. I don't know.
And he can't even go back to play under Steve Nash. It's like you see him at practice. Like you didn't want me here.
That's another thing.
You told me to fire me.
That's another thing. Let's just say the trade doesn't happen. How can this relationship move forward when he's literally said now, you need to get rid of Steve Nash and Sean Marks or trade me? So let's just say he stays on the Nets. exactly. How am I gonna go? How am I gonna play for this team? How am I gonna like if I'm Steve Nash? How am I coaching this player?
That's like having a girlfriend, dude, and then like openly going out on like on the news or something saying, yeah, I just want to be a prostitute. I just want I just want to be with every single thing that moves. And then you go back to said girlfriend, and you're like, what's up? Like what? Like
it just doesn't make any sense.
What is going on? What's wrong with you?
I like ultimately. My personal opinion, I feel like the way this is going is that Kevin Durant will be a net on day one.
I think that as well. Because also, dude, if you look at it, is there any better position for Kevin Durant to win? Like what you would have to give so much to get Kevin Durant.
Exactly.
And like let's say like some teams like the Celtics, they'd have to give up Jaylen Brown and basically all their depth
assets, yeah,
depth to get Kevin Durant. But is that like a guaranteed? Oh yeah, they're gonna win now with Kevin Durant and Tatum. I don't think so.
I think the NBA is pretty competitive. I think even if you take the Boston Celtics and you pretty much like just Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, and then maybe a few guys that they had.
Like Brogdon.
Exactly, a few guys, but not all of them.
Maybe. It's not like it's not like a stamp.
Exactly. It's not like it's cut and dry. Like, oh yeah, we know they're winning. You know, it's not like when KD joined the Warriors, it was we knew.
Okay,
we knew.
It was a wrap.
We knew. Yeah.
But like, is it a better position than it was at? Like the Nets have built a good team around Kevin Durant, and I just can't wrap my head around like they've given him great shooters. You got Seth Curry.
They had Joe Harris.
You got Joe Harris, even though like obviously he's not clutch, but he's still a good shooter.
Still a good shooter.
And you got
They
Kyrie.
had James Harden in his prime.
They had James Harden. It's like, dude, they're doing everything they possibly can to get you these teams around you, and you're like, you know what? Fuck that guy. I don't like you, bro. Trade me.
And if you're being realistic, some would say the only reason why this team didn't even win a championship is because of injuries. And Kevin Durant's foot was 1 inch on the line.
How's that Steve Nash's fault?
Like, literally, bro, we're having a whole different conversation right now if Kevin Durant's toe was 1 inch further behind the three-point line and they win that series against the Bucks, 2020.
Yeah.
2021, I mean. So it's like the team has always been there. Last season was injuries, and then, like,
I think last season you could look at maybe a little bit of the coaching decisions, but it's like, you know, Ben didn't get to play. Ben Simmons didn't get one dribble. And I think having Ben Simmons on your team is going to make you a lot better because you don't need him to shoot. You're surrounding him with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving.
It's been so long that he hasn't played. I forgot.
It's been about a year.
I forgot that he was even on that team.
He's even an NBA player. But I think that team on paper is so good. Like, I look at that team like, oh my God. Like, Ben Simmons controlling your offense because Kyrie isn't a point. That's not what he is. He's not going to facilitate your offense. So you get the ball out of Kyrie and Katie's hands. You're not just doing ISO ball where it looks like they're just playing street ball. You know, it's like, oh, your turn, my turn. Your turn, my turn. And like, you got a guy who can actually dish the ball and create plays.
Yeah.
It's going to, to me, it'd be like, damn, you're looking at like the favorite. They probably would still be the favorite if none of this if no one said anything, they would have them as the favorite to win it all next year.
Potentially.
And it's tough because it doesn't look like it's going to end. And I don't see any team openly saying, yeah, I'll get Kevin Durant. I'll give everything
I don't see it either. You see it happening, Blue? Do you think a Kevin Durant trade will go through by the end of this? We've talked about the saga for a while now. I feel like there has to be some kind of resolution soon.
Yeah, I think KD's gonna leave, man. He's gonna be gone, man. Who
has the stuff that, bro? If Rudy Gobert went for 4 first round picks, what would Kevin Durant cost?
It's just not gonna work because KD's and Steve Nash in their relationship. It's not gonna work throughout the season. So like it's gonna happen soon. It's going to happen.
I feel like the Nets might have to. Eventually, they're going to maybe lower their asking price.
They're going to have to.
That's what's eventually probably going to happen.
Right now, they're just probably holding out, like maybe the glimmer of hope that he might stay and figure. And it's not. I think at that point,
it out.
Whatever glimmer of hope they were hoping on, it was gone. That shit gone now.
It's gone.
So I think they're moving on, and I think it might happen eventually, but I don't think it's going to happen by the time the season starts.
Yeah, because even if like. You can't even trade superstar for superstars because who would you even trade for necessarily? Because, like, what? Maybe before he signed the Supermax, like Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant would just say, no, I don't want to go to Washington.
Well, when Katie first said he wanted to trade, there was a bunch of teams that were offering trades. It's just that the
It
Nets
just
weren't
wasn't
taking
enough.
it.
It wasn't enough.
So those teams might come back into the bidding once they lower the asking price.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because-
Miami might be back involved. You
Yeah,
know.
because
Lakers.
once if you're
Oh.
not the Lakers, if you're a GM and you see like you're seeing all this, you're like, why would I give everything I have when I know this guy wants to leave? I'm gonna give you pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
For him because that's how it works.
They had no leverage, but they acted
got
like
no leverage.
They acted like they had it all, though.
they're acting like they have like the cure to cancer on their hands. You know,
think
they're
so.
asking for your two best players on your teams. Like the Timberwolves one was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that
was
shit
so
was
funny.
ridiculous.
They asked for Cat, Ant,
And then 3, 4 first round
yeah.
picks.
Oh, then it's over for
They're,
the
they're
Wolves.
insane.
They're
They're
smoking
crazy.
meth.
Yeah.
That team would be so bad.
They're just
Imagine
trying to
Kevin
destroy
Durant.
teams.
Yeah, they're smoking
Yeah.
meth, you know what I mean?
Hey, they're yeah.
So yeah, y'all ready to get into football, the NFL?
Oh, what's up? Yeah.
Lamar Jackson.
Easy.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson stopped negotiations for a new contract once the season starts. What do you guys think?
He said he's gonna
Yeah,
restart
well,
negotiations.
Well, because he's his own agent.
Yeah, like
he,
his fa-
he
that's
represents himself. So basically, he's saying once the season starts, we're not going to have no more renegotiations for a contract.
Exactly.
So like, I think what he's trying to say that once the season starts, if you like, I'm not resigning once the season starts. So it's like you have until the season starts to resign me. Kind of what he's trying to get at.
Dude.
Better give me my money or I'm
Give him
gone.
my money.
I find it hard to believe that the Ravens have let it get to this point.
And we've talked about this on the podcast. Like the Ravens have no other option but to
yeah, what's
give
wrong?
Lamar the money.
I don't understand what's the
What
hold
are you
up.
waiting for?
I don't understand.
Like it's gonna suck. Yeah, you're gonna have to probably give Lamar, like
200 million.
200 million.
But what else
that's-
are they gonna do with the money?
It's better to do it now than later
else
because you
are you-
start to get. That's why. Did you see the Cowboys are already trying to renegotiate
With
Dak.
Dak?
Because they know
The-
guys know that it's going to get to like
Worse and
quarterbacks are
worse
like
and
going to be
worse.
$500 million for like Mahomes probably $500 million.
Patrick Mahomes' next contract. I don't even want
Be
to.
$500 million.
I don't even want to know about Josh Allen's next contract.
God's
Oh my
sake, man, bro. But it's kind of like I'd rather just bite the bullet now, like get him on the max amount, like for 200 million. So by the time it comes around, we might. It's gonna be you're looking at $500 million for this guy.
Because the thing about the NFL with the cap space, they up it
They're
every
gonna
year.
up it 'cause they have
up.
to.
They have to. They up. And the same thing with
But,
NBA. They up it.
I mean, why do they have to? I mean, dude, there has to be a ceiling because
There
where
has
does
to
it
be a
stop?
limit.
Where does it stop?
But ultimately, bro, like with the
Like, your quarterback's making $1 billion. Is it gonna get to there?
It kind of gets to the point where it's like it's. I think the cap space is based on how much revenue that the league itself generates. So it's like a trickle down effect.
Yeah,
So it's like if let's
okay,
say
that makes sense.
so if the league generates if the league starts like if let's say
So there is a ceiling. There will be a ceiling.
but they already make so much money. But let's say the NFL somehow doubles in revenue next year, the cap would essentially double, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
But like
This is crazy money. Ungodly amount of money.
if I was an owner, I would be trying to do what you're doing though, because I'm
Do it
aware
now.
that the cap space is going up. But
it's always gonna
I'm
happen.
interested. Let's just assume, for hypothetical purposes, that the Ravens week 1 comes around. Ravens they haven't made no new negotiations. Lamar kind of says, "I'm leaving." Where do you think Lamar should be looking to leave in free agency? What team do you think he should be going to?
If I were, that's hard to say.
Steelers?
It's a good
Maybe
option.
a good one.
Good option.
Depending how the 49ers situation goes, maybe Trey Lance isn't cutting it. I mean, it's Lamar Jackson.
That's the thing. I think you're going to see a lot of teams that have their quote unquote quarterback.
Switch up.
They're going to reevaluate if they actually do or not. And I think one team that I wouldn't want to count out is Miami Dolphins for Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we got to see what happens with Tua, and let's just say hypothetically that Tua. He don't cut it this year.
He's a bust.
If Lamar is available, they're gonna go all in after Lamar because they have no one else to pay.
They don't give a damn.
They don't
either.
give it.
Suspend them, ban them. They don't.
The Dolphins clearly don't care about
They
anything.
clearly don't
So,
care.
yeah, speaking of the Dolphins, man, we got the Dolphins owner being suspended, this season?
Yeah,
the whole season for tampering with Tom
for
Brady.
trying to get the GOAT,
So I mean,
whatever it takes.
I guess the Dolphins have already set the precedent that they're
They said
willing.
the president, they don't care.
They're willing to do whatever it takes to get a good quality quarterback to come
but
in.
another-
Personally, man, I think, like I understand rules are rules and you shouldn't be tampering, but it's bull crap, man. Like, They all got money, man. He's just trying to get a good quarterback for his team, man.
It's like you could say it's a dumb rule, but at the end of the day, it is the rules. It's like there's certain laws in this country that are stupid as hell, but you just can't break them. You know them. It'd be like, what are you doing?
Tampering is such a basic rule. Like everyone.
How does this really affect the league?
How does tampering affect the league, or how does this?
How does tampering affect the league?
Well, think about it. Let's just say
it's just unfair.
Let's just say everyone could just tamper, because then you would just be hitting up players behind their backs. Like ownership would be offering them money behind the scenes, under the table. It would just be all like the levels of corruption.
Sabotage,
the levels of corruption would be 10x worse than it is now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like let's just say there was no tampering, and Stephen Ross, the Dolphins owner, met with Tom Brady. Let's just say that happened. Stephen Ross could have said, "Here, under the table, here's 20,000. Make sure you come to Miami." If there was no tampering, I mean,
and he went to Miami.
But what do you mean? Like, you can't just do that. It's like,
you can't do it. It's just against the rules. It's just against the rules.
The richest owners and the best teams would then get everybody.
Yeah, because.
You know, and like especially now, it's a friend on
Jerry
friend
Jones
league.
would own the entire league.
That's what I'm saying. Jerry Jones would just be the most corrupt owner of all time.
He's pretty close to it.
Jerry Jones would be calling Tom Brady right now. He'd be calling Dak, making sure getting the re-sign. He'd be calling every wide receiver, every defensive player. He'd be calling everybody.
Yeah, it's just not fair.
Yeah, so I'm see what you're saying. Like the Cowboys would just be dominant.
Yeah,
the teams with the most money would just kind of run riot, and the teams that have the most connections. You know, like when the Patriots were dominant, we would have seen everybody be running to the.
Yeah, everybody went to the Patriots. Everybody
We would have saw like some crazy levels of tampering around. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like if we probably would have been able to see it with the Rams, like especially the best teams. They're good. There's the ones that would benefit the most.
And also circling back to the Lamar thing, it's also tough to say because if you're a top level receiver, do you want to play with Lamar Jackson? Like realistically, because he can't throw he's not. You know, you don't get Lamar Jackson and be like, oh, yeah, he's a gifted thrower of the football.
No, but he could throw the rock.
Yeah, but not like, I mean,
that's why he's not throwing it long field or nothing like that.
That's why Hollywood left. I mean, realistically, like, they're best friends, bro. And Hollywood said, nah, I'm good. Because his numbers just weren't what he wanted. And it's tough, like, if you pair up Lamar and Devontae, like, would Devontae be super happy? Because
I would say it's not even that Lamar... Like Lamar is definitely not the best throwing quarterback in the league.
He can't really throw in the pocket.
That's a no-brainer. But it's not even just the fact that he can't throw as good as other quarterbacks. It's just there's so many designed runs and designed plays for him. Your production as a wide receiver is going to go down.
And that affects your money.
Of course it does.
Because that's why, I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it all comes down to. These wide receivers got to make the bag because their career is not that long.
It's the same thing with running backs.
It's the
same thing with running backs.
So you want to play with a throw crazy quarterback
Tom Brady.
like a Tom Brady,
Aaron Rodgers.
Who's just gonna throw it like crazy, and your numbers are gonna get like spectacular. People are like, damn, give that guy the Devontae Adams deal, give him the Cheetah deal. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, like if every great wide receiver has to have that great quarterback that ultimately is able to get that.
The ball.
Exactly, like. Tyreek Hill isn't getting paid the money that he got paid if Patrick Mahomes wasn't the one that was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's kind of, that's how it goes. That's kind of what makes Tom Brady impressive was that besides Randy Moss, he never quite had that top receiver. In Tampa, he definitely does, though. Yeah. But with Lamar, if I was a top receiver, I wouldn't want to play with Lamar just because my personal reps would go down.
Yeah.
But so, just to end with that Dolphins thing, bro, like, I'm pretty sure me and you both agree, like, the Dolphins had to do something.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't blame them for doing it.
It's the GOAT.
Exactly.
It's the GOAT. I mean, I don't care
season.
what rules it is. I mean, if there's a chance you can get Tom Brady, you take the chance. And he wanted to go.
He did.
He did want to go.
That's kind of why he somewhat announced his retirement because he was aiming
He was trying to
low-key
get there. It was in the works.
But the Bucks ended up saying, "What's it? You don't like Bruce Arians? Bruce, get your fat ass up there, dude. We don't want you on the sidelines."
And then they got Todd
basically
Bowles.
it's Todd Bowles and Tom Brady
running the team,
and that's what he's happy with, and it's gonna be nice to see.
So if I'm the Dolphins, I think like. Especially last season, after that Tua performance, I understand why they were looking to make the move. Ultimately, it's just disappointing that to get stripped from 2 first-round picks and all of that for for Tampa, and you don't even get the guy. If we got Tom Brady, I would say fuck the pick.
They don't give a damn.
But we didn't even get him.
F them picks.
We lost our picks. We lost our owner, and we lost Brady. We didn't get nothing. All we did was lose in this. That's my biggest thing. All the Dolphins did was lose in this situation.
Lost.
Typical Dolphins.
Now, I know we were speaking to Jerry Jones earlier, the Cowboys owner. Antonio Brown saying, give me a call, because he's saying he don't like his wide receivers right now. What you guys think of that?
It's just AB being AB.
Yeah, he's just
stirring
stirring the pot. Let's be real. AB on the Cowboys would be about as box office that it could be. We were gonna speak on must-see TV, but like AB on the Cowboys, I would have to watch every game. I would have to watch every game. It would be unbelievable to watch. But if I'm AB, I would, of course, I want to go to the Cowboys. It's an elite offense. With obviously they lost Amari Cooper last year. And you slot AB right in there with CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb. Oh, that would be a spicy. It'd be a spicy offense. But if I'm Jerry Jones, I ain't calling him. I
don't think any GM is calling Antonio Brown.
Why? He's an amazing player.
If I'm an NFL GM, I'm blocking the number.
I'm blocking his number.
He's an amazing player, though.
Unless it's for real cheap.
He'll give you like I wouldn't even. Dude, you're paying money for a guy who won't play.
Unreliable.
He's the most unreliable superstar we've ever seen in sports.
I swear to God, we've
never seen.
But think about it. This. Have you ever seen somebody legit? Just take their.
I remember on the Steelers though, he was crazy with Ben Roethlisberger.
That's a long time ago now.
Maybe,
bro.
Like there's a tolerance level. So if you're this great, your tolerance level goes up. But he's not to where he was before.
You gotta understand though. Tom Brady wasn't throwing him the ball because he was favoring Mike Evans.
I find that bullshit.
Don't you
like you see the numbers?
No, like
you can look at the numbers.
First of all, that Bucs wide receiving core was loaded. So it's like you can't get the ball every play.
It's Chris Godwin. It's Mike Evans.
Godwin, Mike Evans. They had Gronk. They had Cameron Brate. They had.
But then you guys are saying that he's not performing well. He's just not getting the ball thrown.
He performed well.
I'm not gonna lie. He performed well. It's not, bro. For me, it has never been AB's on the field performance.
It's been off the field.
If I'm the Cowboys and it's just on the field, I'm calling AB. He's disgusting. He still has a lot in the tank. It's AB.
It's AB.
But with the off the field. You know what you're getting.
Something's always gonna go wrong. It's not even like will it go wrong? It's always when.
It's when.
But no one was saying nothing before that Bucs situation happened.
No, because that first year with the Bucs, he was super quiet.
He was quiet. It was good.
They said he was coming in doing his job, but it's because
something changed.
Something changed to where
But that's
talking about money.
But
they're paying him like minimum.
But the Cowboys got money.
No, they're not giving him guaranteed money. You cannot give Antonio Brown guaranteed money. The only way you can have Antonio Brown is on a minimum.
Yeah.
Because you can't give him anything guaranteed.
You're not going to
risk that money. Because as soon as you give him guaranteed money, he starts to act up. He acts up. The Steelers gave him what? How many millions guaranteed? And then he just said, you know what? I'm going to the. He just said, I'm out.
I'm going to the Raiders.
Going to the Raiders. And how did that go? They gave him a lot of money to the Raiders. And what happened? Guaranteed money. And what happened?
He left.
And then for what? Why? You have guaranteed money.
And then when he needed to prove himself again as a football player with the Bucs, he did. And they won the Super Bowl, and there was no controversy. And then the next season, defending Super Bowl champions, you have the GOAT. You got everything. And you still find a way to make a big diva move.
But
mid-game leaving.
You know what happened? He won that Super Bowl. He got the touchdown at Super Bowl.
Of course.
You know how he already has an ego. You know how much that blew up to where he's getting out there. He's saying he's better than Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
And it's ridiculous.
That is absolutely brain dead. You're not better than those guys. He's a great receiver.
At that point in his career, he was the third best receiver on that team.
That's perfectly
But that's
fine.
okay.
That's a stack
and honestly, he wouldn't even be the best wide receiver on the Cowboys if he were to go.
Damn. I don't know about that. I think he would be the best.
Oh, no.
You sure?
CeeDee Lamb?
CeeDee Lamb's nasty.
CeeDee Lamb.
And I
fuck with CeeDee Lamb.
I would trust CeeDee Lamb more than AB.
Facts, because of his off the field.
I've seen CeeDee Lamb last season. I saw, I don't think it was a good move, but I understand the move to get rid of Amari Cooper because of the money. CeeDee Lamb had elevated his performance so much that you want to get him the ball more.
Yeah.
He looks like he's going to be potentially the best wide receiver in that division.
Yeah.
I like the Cowboys, but I don't like AB going there though.
Yeah, because dude, I really like AB. When AB was on the Bucs, I was fully for seeing him finally.
Like I said,
in a great situation with Tom Brady, but like
I said, football wise, he's there. But.
Yeah, but like his character is just.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not good.
I agree.
He bites the hand that feeds him every single time.
Exactly. That's the problem.
Every single time. Tom Brady has done nothing. He let you stay at his house. He did everything. He put his neck out for you, and you go on there and say, I'm just a receiver. He only likes me because I'm a receiver. Well, no shit. He's feeding you all these, and part of the money, part of the reason he walked off is because they said they wanted to play injured, but then he switches up to where he had a bonus he wanted to hit, and it's back to money. It's like, well, what's the truth? There's got to be truth to it.
So you don't think the Cowboys can work it out with AB?
No, I don't think they're interested. They're not interested.
And let's be real. I feel like AB, he's been focusing. He's been making music with Kanye West, and he's been dropping songs and albums.
He says he wants to play, but why?
So then, I know we spoke about Antonio Brown going to the Raiders, man. Are you guys ready to talk about your Super Bowl picks? That's who I'm thinking, man. I think the Raiders might have a chance.
You want to put a stamp on that?
Yeah, man, with the early Super Bowl picks. That's a hot take right there.
Well, you say it with
your chest.
Bro, we got Derek Carr.
We got Derek Carr.
We got Derek Carr, and they just picked up Devontae Adams, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My boy Devontae.
Great wide receiver, man.
Dude, I mean, there's been some whispers about, maybe Odell Beckham going to the Raiders. If they get Odell, then I mean, y'all sit at the table, have a discussion. But
I was really thinking either the Raiders or the Bills, because Josh Allen really really could have put
Bills
a good
right now.
Great performance.
I think the Bills are going to make the Super Bowl. I got them making the Super Bowl.
The Bills,
really?
The Bills are the betting favorites by a good margin.
I think the Super Bowl is going to be Bills and the GOAT versus the GOAT, the Bucks, and I think Bucks take it. But we're gonna see 8 of them. I bet you don't bet against Tom Brady. That's what you don't do.
If that happens, it just confirms to me that the NFL is officially rigged.
That's not. How is it rigged?
Look, all I'm saying is that this is Brady's retirement tour. And if he wins the Super Bowl this year, it's rigged.
How on God's earth would it be rigged?
Bro,
okay,
if he went to Super Bowl, he should have retired last year on a loss.
Why would he retire? He's going to retire at the top. He's getting the Super Bowl.
He's not getting the 8th ring.
He's getting the 8th ring.
Definitely
why are you so confident on that?
It's the GOAT. When has he ever really let you down?
Philadelphia.
Dude, that was not his fault. That wasn't his fault. That was the defense's fault for playing absolute horse shit, garbage. He threw for a record amount in a Super Bowl. So what, 600 yards? What else could you want from the GOAT?
Did he not let you down when he was playing the Giants? Twice?
The Giants was like a literally miracle of God. The friggin' Eli throws this thing. He had no right to throw it like that. I give those 2, but I just think where the Bucks are at right now.
You got the Bucks winning the Super Bowl.
I got the Bucks.
I don't know.
If they can keep Julio Jones healthy and get him, with Tom Brady's trainer, oh my God!
I want to hear who you got, bro. I want to hear who you got.
Jesus.
For my Super Bowl prediction, I got for the NFC, I got the Rams coming out. I think the Rams are gonna. I like the Rams, and I got them facing the Chargers. I got an LA Super Bowl, LA Chargers versus LA Rams.
Chargers? I don't know, man.
Chargers.
Got Bosa, J.C. Jackson, Khalil Mack.
I respect the Chargers more than the Rams. Like the Rams.
When I was thinking about who was going to come out of the NFC, it was tough, but I don't know. I don't like the Bucks. I think the Bucks so far the injuries that I've seen from Tampa, Ryan Jensen.
Now, why don't you like the Rams, though? Sorry. Why don't you like the Rams?
I think with them losing Von Miller, it takes a lot away from their defense because people are going to start triple teaming Aaron Donald.
You going to triple team him?
I'm a triple team.
Okay.
I'm a double team.
And
if you triple team Aaron Donald, bro, that means that there's a free guy just running.
Don't give a damn. They were able to win a Super Bowl without Von Miller.
And it's honestly
because it was almost unfair to have Von next to Aaron Donald.
I agree, but you can't triple team Aaron Donald.
It's gonna go back to how it was before. that you're going to see a lot of games where Aaron Donald just disappears.
And it's hard to go back-to-back Super Bowls.
But that's not necessary.
And they're not going back-to-back.
I don't think I just think the thing with Aaron Donald, even when he gets double-teamed, he's not disappearing per se.
He's disappearing.
Because he's opening up the lane.
He's vanishing.
That's the most dominant defensive player of all time.
He is absolutely vanishing from
I'm not
this game.
questioning the Rams. And what separates them this year, I think, if you compare pre-Von Miller Rams, look, the only difference, Jared Goff being the quarterback. I have 10x, 500x more faith in Matthew Stafford than Jared Goff.
I mean, a lot of plays into it, depending on how Cooper Kupp comes off that historic season. I think he'd still be Cooper Kupp.
I don't think he's going to have as good a year.
What do you think about the Chargers, though?
Chargers are...
Look, the Chargers,
really good.
if you're...
They're really, really good.
If you're really realistically...
But are they Super Bowl contenders?
I think they're super... Look, Justin Herbert, we know what we're getting out of him. This is one of the best young quarterbacks in the league.
Facts.
We're talking a monster arm. He can make every throw in the book. And we already knew they had a good offense, and they have made every improvement on defense that you could think of. You get Khalil Mack to go along with Joey Bosa. You get J.C. Jackson. That's adding 2 top 10 defensive players in the NFL to your defense that was already pretty good. And they were right there on the edge of being a playoff team last year. So improved performance from Justin Herbert plus that defense. I like the Chargers.
They're really nice. Well, I think if I were to pick like a dark horse, like a sleeper team, it'd be the Browns. 100%. The Browns, dude. Dude, if they can get, like I've said this before, if they can get Deshaun where Deshaun can always be at, where we know him to be at, a top 5 quarterback. Their defense is disgusting. Like they're just a really good.
Yeah, led by Myles Garrett.
Absolutely great team, and they got a good receiving core now with Amari Cooper.
Exactly.
Like it's gonna be. I think they're a nice little sleeper team. They're gonna be fun to watch. I'm gonna like watching them.
I'm excited to see how the Browns perform because I'm interested to see if we're gonna get to see the same level of Deshaun Watson because
no more massage
Super Bowl
parlors.
though.
Because Deshaun Watson pre massage guy, but pre all of that, he was a top 5 quarterback in the league, no doubt.
Did you know in the contract that he signed, he has to get each massage approved through the Browns now? Did you know that? He has to run it by his organization, being like, "Yo, they have to approve it." I would put that in there, dude. That's funny.
That's a good, bro. That's a smart clause.
I would do that.
That's
crazy.
That's like that Zion Williamson weight clause.
I would say anybody that gives you a massage has to be a man. Completely cut it. Boom. I don't think he'll get any more massages. I think he'll be done with them.
That's a good point.
So y'all ready to get to the next topic?
What's the next one?
What is the next one? Oh, must see. We got all right. So we want to get into the next topic. Must see athletes. The most must see athletes.
With the sports starting to slowly creep back.
Exactly. We're starting to see NFL come back. NBA on its way back.
On its way. And the Premier League already fully started.
So we're starting to see all the kind of major sports come back. So I think we can address on like who are must-see TV, most high-profile athletes that you got to watch this season in all of sports?
I think.
Who do you got?
I think it's Steph Curry.
I was debating on that one.
It's just I don't think Steph is necessarily the best player in the league, but he's definitely like the most like electric. Because what he does is like it's like a video game. Is what he does is like unfair from where he shoots and the versatility of his game to where he can finish at the rim. His float game is easily like top 3 in the league, and that it's unlimited range. It's shit you cannot see anywhere else. No one else can do it. No one else can replicate it. And it's just like he's the greatest to ever do one thing. It's like he's the greatest shooter of all time. So I take that a lot into stance that if you don't watch the sport and you don't watch it, you have to watch Steph Curry just to see the greatest shooter ever because you're not going to see it ever again. So,
what you got, Blue?
The way you not promoted, but the way you told me the question earlier was like if aliens came down, bro. It was so then I was thinking So then I was thinking more like if we're saving the human race, then we have to show like
we got to entertain the aliens.
Not only our athleticism but our intelligence as well. So that's why I was saying like it would have to be some star like in like hunting or like the Kentucky Derby, bro, cuz like
like the horse?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro, cuz like that's
what the horse thing.
Like imagine like an alien trying to ride a horse, bro. He probably couldn't. He probably couldn't, bro.
Okay, yeah, I like where you go.
Bro, an alien, bro, they'll be able to create their own basketball league, bro.
So
like, they shooting hoops, bro. The aliens shooting hoops.
Are you gonna show them like the greatest chess player of all time?
Nah, but that's what I'm saying though.
Nah,
Like an alien, like trying to ride a horse, bro, or like going out hunting, bro. Like an alien, bro. Imagine an alien with a rifle shooting a lion, bro.
What the?
That's what I'm saying.
That's must see TV for me. I want to watch that.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
The question was,
I was doing it the other way.
What, bro? If they saw that, bro, if they got to witness that, bro, somebody shooting some crazy ass animal, bro, they'd be like, how the hell did he do that? That's what I'm
They don't
saying.
got guns in alien world?
Hell nah.
I'm sure they have their own, bro. They gotta have their own animals, but like the more idea was like, okay, let's put it in like this like the aliens come here and like they get you, they abduct you and be like, yo, show us something super entertaining on your like a sport or something. Let's just say they show us an entertaining sport, and you'd be like, oh. I guess I'd show him Steph Curry. I'd be like, you want to see something crazy? Look at Steph. That looks. Does he look like your kind? He's like a fucking alien. But you're gonna take him hunting.
No,
take him hunting.
I want to see. I want to see Blue with the aliens on the horse, like Blue guiding them with the horse, and then like a bunch of green alien horses behind them. Or
the
something.
green alien horses. Well, who's to say that aliens even look like them? Or you guys are like aliens are gonna look like gray people or some shit.
Bro, as soon as one of them gets on the horse, they falling off right away.
I guess they're falling off.
You know they got that. What's that thing you hold on to? The saddle. Or
Yeah,
you ain't teaching them that, bro. You ain't teaching them that. You saying get on the horse with me and we sliding.
My God.
And Kentucky Derby, man, we racing.
He's gonna show him the Kentucky Derby.
That shit kind of lit though.
It is fun, yeah. Like NASCAR and shit. They'd be like, damn, there's freaking vehicles that go fast as shit.
They would fuck with NASCAR.
Or NASCAR.
That's a good one. They would fuck with NASCAR.
Yeah, because like they could race their own space alien ships.
Okay.
NASCAR.
If they got space alien ships, I don't think the NASCARs are keeping up with that.
No, but they could race. They could race their own, and they'd be like, "Hey, that's the idea of racing."
He's just doing a Fast and the Furious aliens.
Then they be racing throughout the universe.
You're releasing the script of Fast 10 over there, dude. You play the aliens.
The aliens.
Yeah, who can get to Earth first?
Who can get to Earth first? But okay, Zach, who do you got as would be the most like the aliens got you, bro? They got the all the death beam pointed at you, bro. Who are you showing them?
If I have to show the aliens one athlete, I'm showing them the GOAT, Lionel Messi.
Okay.
The best athlete to ever for me to see with my own two eyes. The things that he does will amaze the aliens. They'll be mesmerized. All I gotta do is go on YouTube, type in Messi highlights.
I don't know though.
They're gonna be like,
that was Messi in his prime.
I respect it.
But that was Messi in his prime.
Messi
now.
It kind of depends. Yeah, if you show him Messi now, maybe like you're talking about a guy who's not even didn't make the short 30 list for the Ballon d'Or. I mean, I wouldn't show him that now. I wouldn't want to you might kill us all with that.
You're gonna kill us.
You might kill us all with that. We're gonna have no more damn horses on this planet. They're gonna take all the horses.
But I'm saying you show them the Messi that we all
if
know.
If the alien.
The normal, typical Messi. Just last year, he was winning the Ballon d'Or. So
I was gonna say if the aliens could take us back in time, then you could show them the real Messi, the real Messi.
All time, yeah. Then probably, Messi's the.
But I would show them Messi even now.
I mean,
just Messi.
It's respectable. He's still.
Yeah, of course.
Still the greatest football player to ever play.
Yeah.
The things that he does with the ball.
It's debatable though. People debate about it.
You can debate. You know who I see It's always usually Europeans versus the South Americans. Like most Europeans really think that Ronaldo's the GOAT, and it's not even close.
But a lot of Premier League fans, if you're not a Manchester United fan, like Chelsea fan, like a lot of Chelsea fans will say Ronaldo, but a lot of them will also say Messi. Like Rory from the what's the podcast with True Geordie.
Yeah, shit, I can't even think about it right now. Don't worry, think about the aliens and shit. He threw me out so much. My train of thought is so off.
I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting that at all.
I would take them horseback riding. If aliens came down here, I think that's not the first thing I'm gonna be showing them about my planet. Horseback riding. You know?
Nah, but the horse racing.
I'll take it to a
McDonald's. Oh, McDonald's. If we're not taking them to sports, we gotta show them crazy like food. Yeah, that's the number one thing. Food.
Crazy food.
But see, they might not even be like.
What if they don't eat?
That's what I'm saying.
They gotta eat.
I think any living organism has to eat though.
Exactly.
What if they they're aliens, bro? What if they
What if they just found a way to not eat and they just drink?
exactly?
They just drink. Then, bro,
What if they get their nutrients?
I'm giving them
in other
happy
ways?
dads, dude. I'm giving all the happy dads they can have. So try this shit.
I still want to try it.
You don't get it. It's only for the aliens.
I mean, I guess.
Bet,
Aliens,
so-
bro. And we got way off topic. What's the next one we got?
I don't even know how we got to that.
Look at that
Yeah.
alien.
Y'all ready to get into music now? We're switching it from sports.
Oh.
All right, yeah.
Going into music and culture.
What, dude? You saying music and culture? Well, what if we showed aliens music?
Not for real though. Imagine the aliens' reaction
I
to
would
it.
show them music. I show them freaking
Drake.
Drake's hits.
That's what
Well, that's the question though. Do you show them like Drake or do you show them like
I'm showing
Beethoven,
them-
bro?
Nah, bro, you ain't showing
Because
them Beethoven.
I'm not showing them
Beethoven was
Beethoven.
bro.
Nah,
Beethoven
but hold on.
in his prime.
You know they were bumping the Beethoven back
Nah,
in the
but
day.
That's what I'm
Bumping the
saying.
Beethoven.
All right, but we gotta figure out what's the lifespan of an alien. Because
So why?
Because bro, what if the alien is from the 17? It was born in the 1700s. They have the lifespan of 300, and then they was listening to Beethoven.
Well, it's like saying, have they been watching us for this time? What if they just come and they don't know nothing about us?
Exactly.
He's showing them Beethoven. I'm showing them freaking Drake.
Okay, bro.
It's gonna be such a.
If they came here right now, bro, why would you show them Beethoven? Though?
I would show them Drake.
Bro.
They ain't gonna fuck with Beethoven.
Bro, they gonna fuck with Beethoven,
Bro.
They're bumping the Beethoven.
It's musical art.
Can you even name
Name a Beethoven.
yeah,
song.
name a Beethoven song?
Bro, we got some symphony from somewhere. You know?
You
It's in Beethoven.
just made up a random symphony.
No, don't even ask me this shit. I can't even name one either. But the fact I didn't bring them up.
Beethoven's Fifth Symphony.
Dude.
Or Mozart. I know about Mozart.
I'm showing them Drake's Marvin's Room, dude. I'm being like, yo, you want to bump to this shit? I'm showing them Marvin's Room.
This is what you play when your alien girl
This
leaves you.
your alien girl leaves you. This is the shit.
But then
we
again,
play.
you gotta understand though, Beethoven again.
My
Wait,
God, bro, what?
Wait.
You dead ass believe Beethoven? I thought you was joking.
What if they don't even speak English?
No, but low
they
key,
probably don't.
music is some shit that's kind of almost universal because there's white people that bump to Bad Bunny.
And they gotta be
know
sma-
what he's saying. It's like Spanish people that listen to Drake. That I hung out with these Spanish dudes came from Puerto Rico. We came we were bumping to Drake. They sing it word for word the exact same. And then
Yeah.
I asked them, you know, speak English? They're like, no.
Before
It was like
Yeah.
it was like those kids we went and saw J. Cole with.
we
that's
keep
what
going
I'm
off
talking
about
about.
aliens, let's get back to the
okay.
music,
Let's
man.
try and swim back to music. I just thought that was kind of a funny thing to talk about. We're talking about aliens, but we're talking about music.
Young boy dropping a new album. What do we think?
Well, I think it was a good album.
The Last Lamito.
Very highly anticipated.
Nice, let me-
For something that has been promoted for this long. He's been promoting this album with dropping I have never seen an artist drop 10 singles or something like that for the album. It's unbelievable. Young boy, he just does some
It was
shit
a big track list.
He's done some things I've never seen anybody else do. But to drop 10 singles, I've never seen that.
Facts.
But I thought it was a pretty good album, but I thought it was it as good as the hype? I thought it was pretty good, but the hype, I don't know, man. Young boy, he's pretty highly hyped these days. I don't think it was as good as people make it out to be. I think it's like 7 out of 10.
I think it was fire, but it doesn't compare obviously to his
the old
best
Young Boy.
or his best body of work, which I think is AI Young Boy too. So it's always hard to compare because you always wanted it to be like his best body of work. So I think it was fire, but again, do I think it was his best? No.
Yeah.
What you think about it, G?
Me personally, I've not listened to it yet, but I mean, I'll probably give it a listen. I'm not a humongous music guy, so I'm not gonna put my stamp of I'm showing this to the aliens type shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll give it a listen. But I think I trust your guys' points. If it's a 7 out of 10, it's probably it's gonna be
It's
decent.
like a
gonna be
6,
decent.
7. And I think it's interesting what's been going on with Kodak and how kind of that.
I was gonna say, speaking of Young Boy,
exactly, because they kind of happening, coinciding with the album. He's been having beef with Kodak. He just responded to Kodak, and what did he say exactly? He said
if you don't like, basically saying if you don't like my fans, I don't mess with you.
And that's basically a direct shot at Kodak, because he said that he didn't like his fans.
He didn't like his fans because they were comparing
and they always
Young Boy was saying the Young Boy fans were saying that Young Boy's way better and all that stuff, and Kodak was saying yo, you shouldn't even really be comparing whatever.
Exactly, because Young Boy fans, they're just kind of they just spam. And like basically every single popular artist gets spammed by YB Better, Young Boy's the GOAT.
Of course.
So I'm not gonna lie, if I was an artist like Kodak, I would be kind of annoyed by that shit.
Yeah,
too.
but I ain't. But if I'm an artist like Kodak, I ain't paying attention to that. I ain't paying attention to the comments,
I ain't
bro.
paying attention to it, but like,
Because YoungBoy and Kodak got a really good relationship behind the rap.
So that's why I don't understand why he would even say that though.
Exactly.
They're kind of friends, so like I just don't understand why Kodak like just go smoke another blunt and then just forget about the comments,
just
bro.
hit the
Like,
studio.
What you think, G?
Dude, it's hard to say when you have a toxic fan base. It sucks. Like it can really like ruin relationships like that.
exactly.
But it's like why are you paying attention to
the
fans?
comments?
Like you make an ungodly amount of money. How
That's
much
what I'm
money do
saying.
you make? Why does it matter, bro?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, bro.
Their relationship behind.
There's gonna be people that don't like you.
Exactly.
But like it's like what?
way
Oh my
more
God, this
important.
guy's fan base thinks that their guy is better than me. Well, no shit.
Of course.
I mean, they're fans of them. But obviously they're spamming him and shit, and it gets annoying. But like, it's just something you kind of have to like you take with the business. It comes with the job.
The thing about musical fan bases that's interesting to me though, and like this whole YB Better thing is that like contrary to like sports fan bases, like sports teams are pinned against each other. So like if you're a fan of one team, you're probably not gonna like X team because they play each other, they're rivals, whatever. With music, it's kind of like you're open to
It should be different,
You're
yeah.
open to like every artist.
Of course.
You can like every single artist if you really want to.
Because you can get collabs. You
Exactly.
want
So
shit,
like
you know?
it's weird.
Except when
this
it's
whole-
like real beefs.
yeah, but like this stemmed from a comment.
Yeah.
So like
Comment.
that's what I'm saying. Like I just
But I could imagine why people don't like Quando Rondo or YoungBoy if they were fans of King Von.
I understand that, but I'm just saying like I don't know why they're gonna pin them like that against each other
Yeah.
because like it's not like the fans like they have to hate Kodak just because they're YoungBoy fans or vice versa. It's like it's not like sports. Like I'm a
Yeah.
Dolphins fan. I'm not gonna like the Bills or the
Of course,
Patriots.
but with that's only that specific scenario. But like again with the Quando Rondo and King Von thing, bro. If like
But these people haven't like they it's not like they have like it's not like King Von. That's another bad.
That's what
That's
I'm
a bad
saying.
example because they like there's blood shed.
exactly, but that happens in music
But like
with Tupac. It
but
just happens.
But I'm saying like this specific instance.
exactly. It's not.
I don't.
This-
That's what I'm saying. Like if there's actual blood shed, like okay, yeah, it makes sense. Like if I'm a huge fan of this guy and then he gets shot by this guy, I'm not gonna like that guy.
Gets
Okay,
fucking
that
shot.
makes sense. But like with these two, like it's not even like that. So like,
Facts.
I don't understand. Like they actually like they've made songs together. I'm pretty sure.
Of
They're
course.
friends.
Yeah.
And then like they're just gonna now randomly out of thin air make up some random beef
bull
because of
crap.
comments. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Bull crap. So we got Rod Wave's new album selling out 140,000 first week.
I think you should take the reins on this one, Blue.
Bet, bro. I think it was,
Good bet.
bro. I think it was fire. I think it deserved 140K.
Did it deserve more?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell nah.
Is that the perfect amount to you?
Yeah, exactly. It was like
perfect amount?
the perfect amount, bro. Because like Rod Waves is a talented artist, and he can sell over like 200, 300K. I know he can get to those levels.
But I don't think he's there yet.
Soulfly was pretty good.
But like in terms of like to sell 200, 300K, you're like you got to be like that's like Drake level.
That's
almost.
being like the number like top 3 artists in the rap game right now.
Exactly. Is he top?
But
3
like
right
I
now?
said, do I think he has potential to get there?
Oh yeah, he might.
100%.
He might.
100%. So do I think the album? I think the album deserved to sell 140K, and it didn't deserve to sell 300, 400K. No.
But I think his types of music is like it's rap, but it's versatile at the same time. Like the thing with him, he has like people like we could be fans of him, and then there's also a lot of females. So like and that's like you have to be able to have a wide range. Drake, he got everybody.
Yeah.
Rod Wave, he's very similar to Drake, where I feel like his type of music can be relatable to everybody. Everybody can kind of like vibe with it. So I think he definitely has the potential to continue to grow and become an even bigger artist and get to that 200, 300K. However, I'm not going to lie. My first impressions of this album, it sounds like exactly like you would expect a Rod Wave album to sound. But my biggest thing, and I know he says he doesn't really like features and all that, but for me, if you only gonna have Jack Harlow and that was the
Summer Joy, I think.
Summer Joy, like come on, bro, like this your sophomore album, like you gotta come, like
That's exactly what I said
he
when we were
knows-
listening to it.
He
on
knows
Initial
everybody
Listen.
in the industry, like there should be no problem getting some better features, For me, and that's I think what's holding him back from selling more.
And I think overall, unless it's your freshman album and you're trying to show that you could do it without other artists, like other top name artists, I think like
You should always
have some good features.
Like there's nothing stopping Rod Wave from having a Future feature in here,
Of course.
or something like that.
I don't think if it's your second, third, or even how many album ever you're on, I don't think like you could just do it solo. Like it's not recommended.
Yeah, obviously, G, you kind of got the chance to listen to it slightly with us, after the tail fight.
Bit. Yeah, a little bit between there, but I kind of want to touch upon like the whole features thing. Like it really depends on the artist, because I mean, like, he has like a very small selection of features, but he could be like one of those guys to where it sucks to have like a really good song you really fuck with, but you have one feature and everybody's like, damn, that he carried that feature.
He
He probably didn't hear, but he turned down a Drake feature.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
He said it wasn't good.
What the fuck?
It was funny. I know what you're talking about, because he was supposed to be. It was actually like he was supposed to be on Drake's song. He was supposed to be on Lemon Pepper Freestyle, and like Drake sent him the song for Lemon Pepper Freestyle, and then Raw Wave, he was like,
he didn't like it.
He just said like he didn't feel what he was putting into the track was good enough.
And Drake respected it.
He was like Raw Wave was like, bro, I'm not.
Drake doesn't seem like the guy that's like open to. Like,
he came out and he said like,
shit,
he came out and he said, yo, like I respect Rod Wave and his decision, and
and I'm not gonna
make
lie.
music in the future.
And I'm not gonna lie, like if you really not feeling that song, like I don't think you should force the collab.
Yeah,
Of course,
just because it's Drake,
I think like it's inevitable that they're gonna have a song in the future, and I think it's gonna be a #1 hit. And I think honestly I can't imagine Raw Wave on Lemon Pepper Freestyle. If you think about that song,
it's pretty good. It's good as a solo. Yeah.
it has, with Rick Ross, are you
Yeah.
really adding? Where are you adding Rod Wave to that song? I just don't see it. So I think it was a good choice, but I do think they should collaborate very, very soon, because they're both, Drake is always high, and Rod Wave getting there to star level. He's on star status.
But so overall, like we think Rod Wave could potentially gain more sales than he has garnished off this album in the future.
Oh yeah, I think his next album, whenever that comes out, maybe years from now, that's gonna be the one we're talking. We might still be doing the podcast talking about. Oh, Raw Wave new album gonna be 300K. I think we can see that next project.
It's safe to say he doesn't gotta worry about money.
Bet. So
it's safe to say he doesn't gotta worry about money.
So since we're speaking about albums right now, Megan Thee Stallion's album is only selling 50K. Are we thinking that's a flop?
I ain't gonna lie, that's a flop.
I believe so as well.
I don't really mess with that type of music, so I'm gonna say yeah. I mean, me personally.
Yeah, as well. We really don't generally listen to it, but we know about who she is. And
at the end of the day, this is the most high profile female rapper, maybe besides Nicki Minaj
or Cardi B.
So this is top 3, and like the features were there. If you realistically you go through that track list, you see everyone, and okay, you're thinking this is gonna sell over 100K. You see Kika, you see Future
paying $250,000.
You see the quality of the producers on this track list, and you think, okay, this is gonna sell better. Ultimately, bruh, her fans will make it out to be that it was because she was on Carl Crawford's 1501 label with nobody else on there, and like she was trying to get out of the contract.
It's bullcrap.
I never buy that with anybody. I don't buy it when Uzi did it. I don't buy it when Megan does it. I don't buy it with anybody. Realistically, bro, you're not going to put out something if you don't think it's good.
And what are we thinking about this 250,000 20-second verse that Future put on her song?
I wonder what's just like what's the going rate to get features on like.
I wonder
how
so
much
it's like
it
around
costs.
100K for a hot artist.
Yeah, but she said it on the interview. She said like, for her as a female artist, she like it's hard for her to reach out to males in the rap game to get features. So she said when she reached out to him, she was willing to pay the feature price. Obviously, she doesn't give a fuck. She's rich. So she just went and got the money, paid for it. But like, wait,
it was only 20 seconds.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, bruh. That's what I'm saying. For $250K to get that verse,
that's bullcrap.
That is bullcrap.
$250K, bro.
A song. I don't know how long that specific song was, but a rap song is like 3 minutes. You should be getting at least a minute.
Yeah,
if you're paying $250,000.
Future, like she did say that she cut some of Future's part out of like the song and shit like that. Yeah,
she just didn't mess.
So I don't.
It's her money. I mean,
yeah.
She wants to spend $250K on a 20-second verse, bro. Oh God, hail to God. You can do what you want. I really don't. It don't matter.
But it affects her. It probably affected her album sales.
Exactly.
Like imagine if she would have made that song as a single with a music video or something crazy like that. It would have been on the charts.
Yeah, definitely. And now it might not even Like
make the charts. Like it's ridiculous.
I just don't buy the fact that the record label is holding her back, and that's the reason why this album flopped. Because that's what the narrative is going to be. They're going to say, "Oh, well, she signed into Rock Nation or whatever. This next album will do better." Will it? Realistically, will it?
No, definitely not.
I don't think it's gonna do better just because she signed to the new label. Is that gonna get her the better features? Maybe it'll save her
unless
$250,000.
something crazy happens in the media with like Tory Lanez or something crazy happens again.
Exactly, and I don't even see
Which
that
could possibly happen. It could possibly.
But like most people aren't even trying to associate themselves with Megan no more.
Exactly.
Because of everything that's happened.
Exactly. That is very true.
Like if you think about it, Megan even a year ago compared to now.
Or imagine if she broke up with her boyfriend and got with like some famous rapper or like
if she breaking up with Party, I'm
The Rock that's actually trending right now. Like The Rock like commented on like one.
I saw that.
The Rock commented on one of her photos and then like she commented back saying like something slick.
God have mercy, bro. Don't imagine.
So if she gets
imagine being a woman having sex with. Dude, give me no part of that shit. Fuck no.
So
hell no.
Yeah. So if she gets with The Rock, I feel like. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I feel like.
Oh my God.
Bro, dude, how do you even do that? And The Rock's like fucking.
He's called The Rock for a reason.
He's called The Rock. Okay.
Again, yeah, I feel like her album will definitely go up in sales. This one and the next one.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how the next album goes.
But let's talk about Young Thug.
I look, you think it's gonna flop, but yeah.
Let's get into Young Thug, man. He got an additional 6 more felony charges.
Let's be real. If we had any sliver of hope, I don't know if we had any hope no more.
There's no hope.
Yeah, it's gone, man.
Let's just be real. Realistically, Young Thug, one of my favorite artists.
We're shooting it straight here, man. Young Thug, man. We love you. We love you at the Shoot It Straight channel, but you ain't making it out.
And but we want you to come out. We want you. We want you.
Let him make music in prison.
But
let him do it.
I find it interesting that at least the rumor recently is coming out that Gunna might be getting out though next week. Maybe even as early as
and they're saying that he snitched, but I think it's bull crap.
I don't buy that he snitched, but man. I do buy like the rumor has to be coming from somewhere that he's
coming out. Yeah, he's coming out. Fact.
So
because he wasn't really involved.
And when we looked through the docket, we kind of noticed that like it was all Young Thug and
fucking Young Thug.
Then we said okay, we looked at this Young Thug and getting out. Even if you get a couple of these charges dropped, you ain't getting all 50.
You're not getting out, man.
And then you add another 6 more on top of that. It's like they're piling it on, man. I just don't see much hope for Young Thug. His lawyer I don't know what he's going to do.
Even if, like, Young Thug could live to, like, 300 years old, dude, you're going to be in prison for... Dude, they're stacking up, like, multiple life sentences to kill, like, 10 people.
It's
like,
real
dude,
bad.
They're locking you up under the prison. You're going under the damn prison.
Yeah. It's real bad.
Man, well, I'm about to go to the bathroom. I know y'all got culture, though, for a second.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, perfect.
Always got to hit one bathroom break before, you know? Yeah, no. What we got? Oh, shit.
All right. All right.
What's up, yo? Good thing you're skinny, bro.
All right.
Okay, back to The Rock.
That what? No. So I guess we're going to... all right, so let's shift it straight into culture. I know.
Oh, this is a good one.
I know.
Let's hold that one off until Blue gets back, because it's kind of funny. What? Oh, but
No. Let's just. All right, we're gonna start talking about culture with obviously Skeet Davidson and Kim Kardashian breaking up.
Rip Skeet.
We definitely want to get Blue's input on this in this conversation.
We'll get it started a little bit.
But the report is that online casinos are taking official bets on who Kim Kardashian's new boyfriend will be. Now, Van Jones is currently leading the odds, followed by Ray J and a few others on the list.
But no, we should have printed out the list, because some of the names are like Dak Prescott.
Yeah, Dak Prescott was on the list.
Dak Prescott on the list. Imagine being one of those guys and seeing your name on this list. Like, dude, are you betting on yourself and then hitting her up? You going to your DMs?
Oh yeah. But that's genius. I didn't even think.
I would do that.
Or if I'm
is that illegal? Would that be tampering?
I think that's like.
That's
don't know what
this is dope.
No, but like I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's like betting fraud.
It's bet. No, you can't do that.
But like at the same time,
it's been on my side. He's trying to find
love. Talking about Kim K, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, how could they prove that though?
Dude,
How could they prove that you
there's
planned it like
there
that?
ways to prove it. I mean, you bet on it, and then you start like you just
Hitting
you hit her up. They can check your DMs and be like, yo, what are you doing?
They're gonna be like, bro, how come you placed this bet July 13th? Then you hit her up July 15th.
July 15th and shit. You can't do it. But who else was on that name?
You talking about Van Jones leading the odds?
Yeah,
we were just talking
and how
about
they had a relationship when he was working for CNN. They were going out on dates.
Yeah. We're also talking about like imagine being one of the guys on the list. Like we see Dak Prescott and all that shit. What would you do? You see your name on this on odds to date Kim K. You might not even like ever
You ain't
actually
paying it no
talk
mind,
to
really.
her. I mean, it's kind of funny though, bro. It's just like I guess I'm trying to fucking date Kim K now. I guess I'm in the running.
Dak Prescott has probably never even.
He's never spoken to
That's what I'm
Kardashian
saying.
before, and he's in the running.
That's what I'm saying.
But I mean, that's something you could retire on, bro. Be like, dude, I'm in the running to date Kim K. I think I made it. I think I made it.
Realistically, we saw Kanye on the list, but who do you think?
When it happened, you called me. You're like, Kanye, you're getting back together. That's not happening.
Who do you think could potentially, I guess, take the
Take the
cake,
mental-
or take the I don't know what it is, take the cake and be Kim K's
take
new
the
boyfriend.
bread.
That was good.
They take the cake, hell no. I mean, I think I'm gonna just go with the favorite because I mean it's just it. I mean, what else are you really saying?
At the end of
I'm
the
not
day,
gonna be here and be like, yo, Dak. I got my money on you, bro. And he's like, what's going on? I don't even know I'm on this list.
So who do you got?
I got Van Jones. Bro.
if you think
I'm
about
gonna
it
go
though,
Van Jones?
Yeah.
like did people like
Skeet Part 2.
There was nobody who ever even thought Skeet had a chance. Like
Davidson,
if they did betting odds after Kanye, Skeet wouldn't have been on the list, and he won. He won the sweepstakes, So like, I ultimately
To sweepstake.
I'm thinking Michael B. Jordan, man.
Dude,
Probably win.
okay, if you're talking about like,
bro, there's no way Michael B. Jordan should be getting with Kim K.
are you for what reason?
Like in terms of like the clout and shit, he should, but like Michael B. Jordan's like the best looking guy. He could pull like anything.
Dude, he could pull any, bro, but it's Kim K.
Yeah, but like Kim K would be cool.
Get the Rock on the list. Where's
Yeah.
the Rock at? Get the Rock on the list.
Kim K would be cool, but like I'm sure like I don't think she's like the most attractive.
No, and it's
woman.
about the
It's
it's
more,
about
yeah,
the positioning and
About
the
the
power.
position of power and like.
To me, they seem like polar opposites. Like Kim K.
It's one of those things to be like, oh, they're both good-looking people. They should date. It's like, but
that's like some high school shit.
it's high school shit. Yeah, it means if you're both good-looking, you should date together. No, not in our high school, dude.
That shit didn't happen.
Dude, pretty girls always date ugly dudes. Bro. That's how it was. That's how it is in life, bro. I mean, how is Skeet pulling Kim K? And what But it's just how it is.
Yeah.
It's just how life goes, bro. But
Yeah, I was missing out back then.
yeah, you weren't one. You weren't in the. You had to have some other attributes, bro.
I didn't have him.
So I know we wanted to talk about Modern Warfare 2 and the new maps that leaked. I was just getting ready to look up the football player who actually leaked it, the name of the football player.
Oh, you could do that. I mean, when is the release date set? When are they releasing it?
Yeah, when is it coming out? It's like a few months, right?
Yeah, it's in a few months. I
Can you
believe it's
pre-order?
around
You
October.
can pre-order it, right?
Yeah.
Did you pre-order it?
No, I didn't pre-order because usually
Broke
like
It's
I
not
mess with Call of Duty and Modern Warfare a lot. It's just like since Warzone is free, bro. Like I figure like
you just feel like why do I need that?
It's not
Yeah,
like FIFA where
exactly.
you need to get the pre-order.
Yeah. I got you there. Yeah, I mean, they give you some things for pre-ordering, but I get what Blue's saying. It's like Warzone. It's Warzone.
Yeah, and
It's
they're not.
free.
I feel like
Cameron
they're not.
Dicker.
And yeah, his name was Cameron Dicker. Which
What
do we know?
He plays for the Rams.
Oh yeah. All right. Cool. So yeah, Cameron Dicker. He was
fucking Dicker.
Super Bowl champion.
exactly Super Bowl champion. He was on.
And
He
he
must
leaked
have.
that
He
shit.
must have been on
He was
stream
on
or something
stream.
like that. Yeah.
He was on
Yeah.
stream.
Exactly. And then a couple things leaked, including maps and they added a new game mode that's similar to Tarkov. What do we think about that?
To be honest, I have faith in Call of Duty.
Honestly, I feel like they're wasting their money, and they should be honestly focused on Warzone and like the things that are making them money.
But if you think about it, though, they're probably trying to take back some of that audience that left
For
to play
Tarkov.
Tarkov.
Of course.
Because they're probably noticing that, okay, Tarkov is picking up steam. A lot of streamers are playing. It's gaining popularity. How can we get these players back on COD playing a similar game. Because if they're fucking with the Tarkov style of game, we need to get something like that in COD. So those guys are playing our game instead.
Because
so it makes,
you want to get them to buy the game.
Exactly.
But you gotta have a balance and make sure that you're putting enough money into Warzone and keeping your main fan base.
But I have like first of all, if they're not putting enough money into Warzone,
people will play it regardless.
But well, they will.
It's free.
But if they're not putting enough money into Warzone and the shit's trash, people they're gonna know.
Yeah, they're gonna know.
They're gonna know, and that shit ain't gonna fly. Like, so I know I have not like. There's no way they're gonna fuck up Warzone. There's no way they're not putting enough money into it. That's such a minuscule problem.
Did you like the maps? I remember you saw a couple of the pictures last night. There was a jungle-y map.
I think it's one of the things like until we get to be in there, we're not gonna know. You know? I think we've seen it with Warzone. We saw Fortune's Keep. It's not the best map.
Another thing that they're doing is that they're letting people get access to like the beta early. Like
I like that. It's a good move. It's a good move.
A couple days before it comes out, it's free to play.
It's a good move.
So if it's fire, are we getting it? If the multiplayer's fire,
I've always been a fan of COD, but I mean, I'm not super crazy into it.
For sure.
Yeah, I play casually, but I mostly play for like zombies. I don't think Modern Warfare don't do zombies, no. They do something different.
Yeah, but like they're probably gonna be more focused on Tarkov. Yeah. Like their Tarkov related game mode, which I forget the name of it.
It's just freaking it's hard because obviously in my house I've literally garbage internet, the worst internet of all time. So it makes playing anything suck.
Yeah.
But I mean,
we gotta get you out of there.
Get me out of the slums.
So
I mean, it's still dope. I mean, I like playing every now and then. It's fun playing with a group of people, but
cool.
Yeah,
it's COD.
So speaking of COD, we got the CDL champs just happened. LA Thieves smoking phase.
I don't know about smoking.
Phase pack.
We just got to see some of the highlights. It was definitely high. It was
high level shit. It's just high level gameplay overall.
It was just high level.
That shit looks stressful to watch.
Yeah, but it's like there's so much shit going on at one time.
Jesus.
It's one of the things.
I'm just looking up some of the players right now.
All right, man.
It's like, for me, it's on multiplayer, so it's already like, and
I seen FaZe Simp, who was one of their best players. He was trying to get them the dub, but he just couldn't pull it. Who
do you think's getting beat up in the locker room after that? Someone's getting. FaZe Simp is kicking someone's ass, dude. Someone's getting their ass whooped by a guy named FaZe Simp. That's all I know, bro.
All I know is that Envoy was nasty.
And that's who it was. Envoy was going crazy, bro. I think if there was an MVP for that type of thing, he probably would have won MVP.
Yeah, he was nasty.
How's there not MVP? I mean, might as well. You should.
Man. And that stadium was packed, man. And
it was loud, bro.
Gaming's only continued to grow.
Yeah, the esports are definitely growing. It's getting up there.
Yeah.
They're going to be able to do like entire arenas.
And it's the thing I like about that is that it's like I feel like limitless potential almost, because it's like as the technology improves and the video games get better, it's going to continue to get better.
Facts. I was just saying how it was funny how you said arena, because Tim the Tapman did a whole live stream in like the Cowboys arena. It was crazy. Yeah, with the fireworks. It was one of their old arenas, I'm pretty sure, but like, yeah, it was crazy.
That's funny.
Crazy. But yeah, so switching it from video games, we got Alec Baldwin, the FBI. Hard switch.
The hard switch. So God, now guess what? Alec Baldwin fucking murdering someone.
I guess we're shooting this straight here, but
shooting it straight.
I'm sorry. Wait, no.
We're not shooting.
No shooting.
No one's getting shot.
No, all right. No more Alec Baldwin shooting. That's the last thing we need. But the FBI, I guess they announced that through their investigation, that the DNA lines up and that it's confirmed that Alec Baldwin did pull the trigger. Does this alter your opinion on the matter?
Yeah, that's completely crazy, man. How he said in a live interview how he did it, Mira, and he just
didn't do it.
Yeah, so he just basically lied. Because the FBI, like this is like.
But I wonder how they figure that out, dude. I mean, is it just like fingerprints? Oh, his fingerprints on the trigger. He did it. He shot her.
They probably like replay back the scenario.
Yeah, I'm sure that they had like.
I trust the FBI on this type of shit.
Yeah. I mean, it still doesn't change the fact that it sucks.
Yeah, and
no
like,
matter what, someone lost their life.
Oh yeah, of course.
And how does this affect Alec Baldwin's career?
I think it's over.
Oh, it's over.
No, it's done.
Especially now with the lying, it's worse.
It's like,
it's one thing if he had admitted it to be like, okay, well, yeah, I did accidentally shoot. First of all, it doesn't make it better.
I accidentally shot.
So he's not getting hired for no more movies.
Hell no.
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like he will though.
Damn, speaking of movies, man,
Movies
I know we
without
didn't
guns.
put it on the topics list, but did you guys see that they're replacing the Pirates of the Caribbean and they're putting a woman there?
What do you mean they're putting a woman?
Yeah.
I thought I saw Johnny Depp after all the shit was said that he said he'd come back.
Nah, they said that they're
What?
putting a woman there. Watch, I'll look it up for real quick. But yeah,
Look
we
it
can
up real
keep
quick.
continuing about Alec Baldwin.
I mean,
and your thoughts about Alec Baldwin.
if I kind of want to talk about Pirates for a second.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
dude, if I don't really care if it's a good movie, it's a good movie. I mean,
That's
all
true,
That really
that's
matters.
true.
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
But I feel like at the end of the day, with Alec Baldwin, like, if he just didn't lie about the situation, because like ultimately, like, it's just you can say it was a gun malfunction or whatever, okay. But now, bro,
that girl.
now I feel like you're coming at Alec Baldwin's character because now it just looks like he's just straight up like liar.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean,
So why would I want to get this man on a movie? Besides the fact he's a legend.
and the fact that I mean, who would want to work with him? I mean,
Exactly.
if you're an actor, you're like, damn, I could
Bro,
die
what-
here. He's gonna shoot. The guy's gonna shoot me.
What action movie do you want to do with Alec Baldwin? No, there's
We're-
no one.
If we're doing a movie, it's gonna be one of those like the Stone Ages where the guns weren't even a thought.
We're making in the Flintstones.
We're making the Flintstones, bro. I mean, I'm not giving him any type of guns
That's
around
what I'm
me.
saying.
Dude. Hell no.
I really find it hard, because like I don't know, cancel culture like makes it out to be he's canceled, but like he's gonna get another opportunity.
But this is also like beyond cancel. I mean, you're gonna get arrested. You're going to
I
prison.
don't, but no,
I
he's
mean,
not
like,
though. He's not
So,
though. He's
yeah,
not though.
I
he's
think
not.
what if you shoot somebody?
But like it's not like actual murder though, right?
Because like there's a lot of
Like-
things. There's a lot of things with it. Like one,
like it's
You
like
murder.
the
just
late.
said someone shooting someone and killing them. I thought it said murder.
No, because the
Because,
lady,
like,
it
the,
wouldn't
la-
be first degree,
the
but-
lady who put the guns in there was not supposed to put live rounds.
Yeah, but it's still like it's a shitty thing, but it's still like manslaughter. It's manslaughter.
But if you shoot someone and you're
oh,
thinking
it's a
that
woman. What's what I mean? It's still
But it's like
if you
imagine
accidentally shoot someone and you thought it was gonna be fake rounds, bro, you're gonna be like, "That's
you're
not my
still-
fault."
But you're
imagine
still
I
going to jail.
Imagine I shoot you
you
with
still go to prison,
bro.
dog.
If I shoot you with a water gun and lava comes out and burns you to death, bro.
You killed me. You literally murdered me. That's why there's degrees of murder and then there's manslaughter. That's manslaughter. You're going to prison for like a couple years and then you're coming out, walking crooked and shit.
So speaking of the FBI, we got Donald Trump getting his house raided.
In Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago
Because
invaded the fortress.
Because of the FBI documents, apparently, like we were just reading it, it was some of the documents were classified at one point in time, and then Trump, I guess, declassified them, but he didn't tell anyone that he did, or something like that, something along those lines, and he was hiding all the.
And then he
documents.
also had some presidential documents that he was supposed to keep at the White House.
Exactly, that he slid through. I don't know. I don't understand like.
It was
what's-
surprising when it happened.
I don't understand like what's the
going
purpose of
on?
keeping the documents, because like if you know what the documents say, it doesn't really matter if you have them or
Right.
not.
Yeah.
Like first of all, there's no document in United States history that this man has not seen now. He's seen
seen
it
them
all.
all.
He knows everything about every guy. He probably knows things about the founding fathers we don't know. That some low key documents that are in there. Like there's probably some crazy secret
The
books. And stuff.
aliens?
There's probably some crazy secrets
The
that
aliens.
That's
The
what I'm
aliens.
saying.
What about the aliens?
So I don't understand why he would even take that risk, like, and have the documents if they were like actually something that's going to get him in trouble, because they're talking about if everything kind of goes how it could go, he might not even be allowed to run to be president anymore 2024, because they're saying that if he gets found to be true, that it could make you ineligible to run for office. So like I just don't understand, if you know that's a risk, why even take that risk?
Because like you said, like earlier when we were talking about sports, rules are rules.
Yeah, rules are rules.
So like,
I mean, you can't
and he
do that.
knows that, like, and he's got to know that, like, even if you do get him and you get him for a year, they're gonna find out that you took him eventually. They're gonna go looking for him, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, where's those classified documents? Oh, Mr. Trump might have
Mr.
them."
Trump has them.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it's just something he brought onto himself. I was
Yeah,
like,
he brought that on to himself, but I don't feel like it's gonna get him to stop from
I
running in
don't- I don't
2024.
believe
I don't think
so,
it's gonna
no.
go that far. They're saying like it's a potential, but I don't think it's gonna get
Same
that
thing
bad.
as there was a potential he could have got arrested
Do you
for the whole freaking
Exactly.
raiding
And
thing.
Now I know
It's
you guys
just-
wanted to get into Brittany Griner, but do you think Donald Trump could have gotten her back more smoother?
Oh yeah, Donald Trump would have been had her back. Look at
I
ASAP
don't-
Rocky, bro. He been had
I
her
don't,
back.
I don't think so.
Bro, he was able to.
Dude, I think Donald Trump said in an interview that he'd leave her over there. That
I'm saying like
what the Russians are asking back, he said was not worth it. That's what I
know.
saw.
I'm saying, like, obviously Trump would not take this deal. He wouldn't
take this deal.
Trump wouldn't give up no arms dealer and a spy for fucking basketball
it'd
player.
be a straight. You're giving this person back.
So it was leaked by Russia that the U.S. is in talks with Russia that they want to give up a bombs dealer and a spy.
For Brittany Griner and another U.S. What was it? You mentioned
journalist, right?
Before. Not a journalist. I think it's something to do in the army. I'm not gonna say Marine because he's gonna be he's not a Marine.
Yeah.
But yes, someone like that. But I mean, it is. I can feel for her situation because it does suck.
It sucks and it's bullshit.
It sucks because it's like I get people are like, oh, she. It goes back to the people that are like hardcore for the patriots. Oh, she doesn't even like this country. Why would the country do so much to get her back? It's just like. It's kind of the premise you have. You got to do what you got to do. Because I just know if that was like if that was like Andre Iguodala or something, dude, they're getting him back the same day.
But if we're being honest though, and it doesn't matter if it's Curry that's in there or Brittany Griner or anybody. So it's not even about the level of talent or anything like that. But there's in no world does it make sense to give up a arms dealer and a criminal spy to get a basketball player.
That's some shit you read on movies, dude.
Bro,
like a Russian spy.
You can't just give Russia back their spies and their bombs dealers. Like, you can't just do that. Like, why would you do that?
But it's not like we have. You have our American back. We'll trade you your Russian basketball player back.
He's
we don't
right.
This is not like like a franchise. We don't have nothing to give.
But if we're just being honest, like besides the human part of it, like obviously like there's no human that should have to go through this. Like blah blah blah. But like it just in terms of logically,
you're saying just give him a drug dealer.
In logic,
they got no drug dealers. The drugs are banned in the
logically.
That's why she's
exactly. Logically speaking, it makes no sense to give up a basketball player for a bombs dealer and a spy. Just makes no sense.
I mean, that's what they're asking for. I would try, but ultimately, maybe persuade something that maybe we cancel trading with you. I mean, like behind the scenes
Russia,
shit.
Russia has all the leverage.
Yeah, because
so
they have
all the
they got her. They give her 9 years.
So it's legit like. With Russia, they ain't negotiating with nobody. It's pretty much, are you going to pay this price?
Are you gonna
or not? That's what it is. There's no negotiating.
We send in the SEALs.
Like there's no such thing as negotiating with Russia. You know what I mean? So it's basically, I think, I'm not gonna lie. At the end of the day, this is gonna get paid. This price is they're gonna get this done.
They're gonna do it.
But I personally just don't think it makes the most sense to do it because come on, bro, it's a bombs dealer and a spy, and you giving them somebody who can barely dunk.
But okay, you don't have to disrespect her like that. She's still good. She's a good woman basketball player,
But like, bro, we're talking about the safety of the country.
I mean.
But I'm just saying
again, like you're saying, you're not even giving up LeBron for that.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter about the talent. I'm just saying, like, bro.
He's like, wait, what?
You gotta give LeBron. You gotta give LeBron up.
The safety of bro. Like, what if this arms? What if the U.S. gives them back this arms dealer, and this arms dealer ends up being the one who does 9/11 Part 2?
Then you fall into this rabbit hole of a bunch of things that could possibly go on. But it's like. It's the U.S., dude. I mean, I don't think U.S. is tripping about Russia. I think they could have. I
guess the U.S.
They're not tripping about Russia, dude. If we're talking, okay. Well, one, this goes into another rabbit hole. If we're talking like, who's gonna win a war? If it's nuclear war, then you just destroy the entire damn planet. You're not gonna have anything there. But it's like there's other things you could have done. Like I think. Involving like more political stuff or like things that go into like trading and all that stuff, you'd be like, we'll cancel this or we'll do that, and like instead of like straight swapping, like we'll give you these two hard criminals for a girl that just got weed.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I think there could have been different ways, but I think it's also Russia demanding these things.
And that's the thing, you can't negotiate with them. So.
They want a Russian spy. It's a shit. Give us a Russian spy back. You took my boy, and now he's fucking rotting in a prison and shit.
That's what I'm saying.
So you guys ready to get in the last topic of the day?
We get the last topic.
We got recreational cannabis being on the ballot for Florida in 2024. What are our opinions on that?
So does that mean like, okay, so if it passes, you could just grow?
That's what I was gonna get into.
No, I thought you said that.
Exactly. So that's what I was gonna get into. That's one of the reasons why they're saying that it might not pass, even though there's many like people who want it to be passed. Like so many people got their card. Like they weren't expecting how many people were going to get their card, whatever. And now they're saying that it might not be passed because people won't be able to grow their own cannabis for some type of corporate bullshit because True Leaf is behind the bill. And True Leaf's once once it becomes recreational, all the medical dispensaries you'll be able to walk into now and just get tree. So like True Leaf being one of the biggest medical dispensaries, they're saying, "Hey man, y'all can't grow your own stuff. You're gonna have to buy it from us."
It'd be that's a crazy shit with all this. Like it used to be straight up banned. You can't do it. But as soon as they started to realize, it's like it's not as bad as there's money in it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, money. We're the only ones that could sell it. You stupid little bastards that are in your houses growing that shit. No, you can't. You gotta come through us. So now they're just completely taking
and
it.
that's bullcrap because in any state, like pretty much you can ferment alcohol and make alcohol and shit like that.
That's really messed up. I mean, they're really just taking this being, I guess we'll just be the only ones who could sell it. I guess, and they don't want other people to grow it because
people have came up off their home breweries and started probably like Bud Light. You know what I'm saying? Crazy.
They're trying to monopolize it, and it's like that's crazy.
But I mean, it makes sense though from their perspective. Like,
it's money's money.
From the state's perspective and the government's perspective, obviously they had to ultimately come to the realization that this was going to have to happen eventually. That every state was eventually going to get to this point. So I think they kind of became more open to it, and then they started to realize how much money's in there. I mean, now we're seeing states they're doing like they let them do meth and shit now. In Seattle, what is it, Washington? Seattle,
that was they decriminalized it, but you just can't do it.
But what I'm saying is like you're seeing them become more and more open to it because I think they're realizing that there's money involved in this shit. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I think you give this business like this kind of time. 10 years or whatever I think it's going to be one of the most
biggest businesses in America.
Like money-making businesses in America. Yeah.
Same with alcohol.
Exactly. It's going to be up there on that level. So I think it makes sense that the government is kind of doing that. Do I agree with it? No, of course not. I think that everyone should be able to kind of do their own thing. Mm-hmm. I don't think that you should be forced to go buy it through the government.
Yeah. The real question is, if you're a voter in Florida, are you going to vote for the bill to be passed, or are you just going to get your medical card and stay by if you're not allowed to grow?
But that's where I find it tough because like you have to make that tough decision where it's like, are you going to keep it like it is in Florida now? But like at the end of the day, I feel like you kind of have if you want it, you kind of have to take the L and say, okay, we're going to end up having to agree with what True Leaf is saying.
And even with a card, you can't really grow anyway, so it's like you're in a bad position.
I think like bro, at the end of the day, I'm going to just say like probably 75% of people who kind of partake, they're not even growing their own stuff anyway. Even if it was an option or if it's legal, they're not even going to do that.
Facts.
They're going to go and buy it off of True Leaf or whatever they want to
go. So I think, honestly, the bill is going to be passed.
So I think at the end of the day, there's so many people who they might care, but they're just going to overlook it because just being able to have that recreational factor is worth not being able to grow it. Because at the end of the day, technically, you can't grow it right now if you wanted to anyway.
Exactly.
It's already illegal, so it's not like they're changing it from being illegal to illegal. They're just keeping it illegal.
Yeah. Dude, it's also like,
dude,
imagine you couldn't grow, have a garden or some shit. You want to grow like vegetables or something? Nah, you gotta buy it from the grocery store, dumb. It's like what?
Dumb.
You can't have I can't have a garden?
And it's like
you can't grow flowers. You gotta buy it from the flower guy.
It's like even though 99% of people get from the grocery store, the 1% they gotta give them the option.
Yeah, they gotta give them the option because even if you like, because they're acting like if they just let people grow all their shit, that they're gonna completely lose all their money.
That's what I'm saying.
How do you think this is gonna affect the Florida market? Apparently, like this is gonna like change the Florida market now. Fire like a crazy suppliers from multiple different states like Cali.
That's what I would anticipate, and I feel like I kind of cut you off, but you were about to make a good point. You were about to make a good point because I feel like what you're gonna see happen if this does go through and people aren't growing their own, you're gonna find that kind of every single big supplier is gonna want to be here,
like cookies. They just opened this Saturday. There was a line. There was a line out the door. About 1 a.m. People were waiting out there.
What's Cookies?
So Cookies is like one of the most popular cannabis brands ever. Their owner, who's Burner, is like a famous rapper, and like he's rapped with like Dolph, Wiz Khalifa, like made some songs with some pretty well-known artists, and like so they just opened and like they did crazy in Miami, like. Yeah. Like I said again, people were staying out there from 1 a.m.
1 a.m.
waiting for the opening.
I feel like we're just gonna ultimately see like every big
Jungle Boys,
every big supplier is gonna want to be here in Florida because they're gonna there's competition with anyone can grow their own thing other places. In Florida, they're going to know every single person who partakes is going to have to buy from somewhere. We got to put our hat in the ring as buy from us instead.
Yeah.
So it's only going to help grow Florida's market as for cannabis.
And I feel like what might happen is the market's going to get kind of saturated because everyone's going to want to be here. So it's like there's going to be so much of it here.
It's facts.
That's where it's going to go. It's going to be so much of it here. So much of it everywhere in general. I feel like, you know what I mean? That's kind of where it's going to go. It's going to be saturated almost.
Damn, but overall, though, I guess we're definitely for it, voting for it.
Yeah. I'm not a guy that likes to vote,
time
though.
comes.
I'm kind of lazy. See, I don't vote. I don't ever vote. But, you know, people will fucking kill me for saying that. So you don't vote?
All right, so I think it's a good place to end it.
Yeah, dude.
Episode 14.
What are we at right now?
An hour and 50
almost 2
The longest, definitely the longest one.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
The longest one.
It was funny. Highlight the aliens, you know?
Oh, no, the aliens.
Aliens coming back, you know?
Yeah.
And man, it was a blessing to have G here again,
Yeah,
bro.
Good.
Let's go ahead.
Let's go. My hands are sweaty, bro.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
No, because my hands kind of been
Holy
my hands
fuck.
been here the entire time, so I don't know. I just get sweaty, bro.
I wish they could feel how to you. But anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this episode up. First of all, just thanks everyone for the continued support on the reels. TikTok. We having our first interview. Everything. We just been growing and been doing good, and I just appreciate everyone with the continued support. And I just
big things in the work.
Yeah, we got
one thing I wanted to say is we appreciate all the feedback. Continue to comment, and we'll continue to throw back our ideas at you, and we'll see what happens on the next pod.
And we definitely got some big things in the works. Obviously, we're not going to confirm nothing yet, but like we said before, just stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't already, because we got some big things coming soon.
Big moves.
Some things that y'all are not going to want to miss. So go ahead and subscribe and like and comment, and be ready for all that coming soon. Y'all ready?
Are we good?
Wrap this one up.
Yes, sir.
Well, with all that being said, thank y'all for checking out episode 14 of the Shoot It Straight podcast. I'm your co-host, Zach.
And I'm Blue.
I'm G.
And we'll see y'all next time, man. Peace.
Continue to shoot it straight.